What's happening, people? We are here. We are live. Matchday settings. Manchester United Women versus Liverpool WSL. But I have to start with probably the biggest elephant in the room, which is Dan Ashworth leaving Manchester United 5 months. 5 months, guys, into his role. Big up to everyone locked in. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well if you've just come through. Of course, today is watch along vibes for the women's, but we're going to spend the first 15 or 20 so minutes talk about the Dan Ashworth news, because I'm not going to lie, it's not what I expected to see when I woke up this morning. It definitely 100% caught me off guard. It caught me off guard 100%. But as the news kind of unravels and more information is coming out, it seems like, to me, it's a clash of big personalities and I don't want to say big egos, but between him and Omar Barada. Now, just for some context, Manchester United waited 5 months of gardening leave. They were willing to... Dan Ashworth was taking Newcastle to the courts of arbitration about his gardening leave, and Man United were willing to pay those fees, those legal costs. He didn't end up taking them because they ended up agreeing on his departure. But 5 months in, and he gets the boot. Now, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It don't look that great for optics. From an optics perspective, it don't look good on Ineos, because they kept Erik ten Hag, then they sacked him. Sacked Ruud van Nistelrooy and all the coaching staff that they brought in. And now they've sacked Dan Ashworth within 5 months. And it's not just that, but it's everything else that's happening as well. Ticket hikes, redundancies. You got Jim Ratcliffe so focused on trying to build a £1 billion stadium that he's cutting costs in every possible way. The negligence of the women's team, that's a whole nother conversation. But just for some information of what we know, big up to Abdullah for dropping this quote right here. Dan Ashworth felt sidelined from big decisions at Manchester United almost from day one, with Omar Barada and Sir Dave Brailsford calling the shots. The tipping point was the Ruben Amorim. So it is reported, by the way, it is reported by TalkSport that, yes, it is, it's a shock. It's a shock to everyone, especially off the back of yesterday's game. I don't think anybody expected the flipping sporting director to get sacked the next morning. But it is reported that Ineos are essentially not blaming him, but punishing him for the push that he led to keep Erik ten Hag. And if Man United didn't keep Erik ten Hag, reportedly he was pushing for Gareth Southgate, which is why him and Barada clashed a little bit. From what it seems to me, Man United going with Ruben Amorim, which was a Barada kind of recommendation, it does kind of make me feel like they have more hope in what Barada is able to do than what Dan Ashworth is able to do. Because otherwise, they would have taken on Ashworth's advice and they would have appointed Southgate when they sacked Erik ten Hag, but they didn't. They ended up appointing the guy that Barada pushed for. So that is one kind of standout for me. But let me know what you lot think. Let me know what you guys think, because I can't lie, guys. I've always been, there's been question marks on there would have been question marks for me on any ownership that came into Manchester United, right? But I think the question marks on Ineos, I remember Nice fans talking about it on Twitter, saying United fans don't get excited because Jim Ratcliffe is reckless. He sacks, he hires and fires like it's The Apprentice, basically. Call someone into the boardroom, you're fired, hire a new person, and rinse and repeat. But I think the frustrations that fans might have with Ineos is not just that, it's not just like the decision-making thing, but I think it's also the other decisions that they are actively making that are impacting situations. For example, like I said, ticket hikes. I don't know how Jim Ratcliffe came out with a straight face in an interview talking about, the Fulham charged this much, and Fulham, London is this expensive, houses are this expensive, we need to make Manchester competitive. What business do you have, making ticket prices 60? Listen, for a normal kind of working class person, even working class people, £66 is a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money. And I don't know if you guys saw, but before the Forest game, there was thousands of tickets on the Manchester United website. If you wanted to go to the Forest game, you could have, for £66. Now, the annoying part for me is about the ticket hikes is predominantly about the fact that the ticket prices are kind of consistent across all the age groups. Under 16s or the youth, you got pensioners. This is what I don't get, yeah. You want pensioners to pay £66 for football tickets, yeah? Retired people that just want to go and watch their club. Jim Ratcliffe is no different to Keir Starmer, who is cutting... if just for context, if you're not from the UK, Keir Starmer is the Prime Minister of the UK. But Keir Starmer has cut the winter fuel payments that the government used to give to pensioners. So they used to give pensioners like £200-300 during the winter to help with their energy prices. Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK, has now cut that. Keir Starmer and Jim Ratcliffe are rubbing shoulders because he's cozying up to him, because he wants, the government to support the idea of this new Old Trafford and all of that stuff. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, someone like me, maybe I could afford to pay £66 for a one-off ticket to go watch Manchester United. But old people and young people, that's absolutely disgraceful. So I don't think it's just the decisions like sacking people or keeping Erik ten Hag that is making fans kind of feel a type of way against Ineos. But I think it's these other decisions. I mean, Jim Ratcliffe did an interview with United We Stand, which is a magazine done by Andy Mitten. He did an interview with them and he was talking about the women's team. And this is some context because, of course, this is a women's watch along, so I have to give some context on the women's team. And he basically said, yeah, we can't spread ourselves too thin. Our priority is to focus on the men's team. The women, they get to wear the Man United shirt, they get to wear the badge, they get to wear it with pride, but we need to focus on the men's team. That is not what someone who is a serious owner should say. That is, for me, you're basically coming out and telling people, it's like parents, favoritize kids, yeah? Your parents might have a favorite child, but I don't know, my parents will never say it outright. But I know I'm my parents' favorite, yeah? But my parents will never say it outright. That's what it sounds like Jim Ratcliffe is doing. He has publicly said, and you know what? I understand the sentiment that people have and the idea that people have that the men's team should hold priority. But of course you're spread thin because you've sacked 250 people. You made 250 people redundant. Do you know how many people I know that work at Manchester United, guys, especially the women's team, that have left in the last 6 months? I know about 5 different people that have left, including people that I know that work in the academy, in the boys' academy, etc., etc. I know multiple people that have left. Ineos, right now, the optics don't look good. The optics don't look good because nobody wants to wake up on a Sunday off the back of a loss to find out the sporting director that you chased for nearly half of the year is sacked. And I don't know if they're trying to pin the decision of keeping Erik ten Hag on what's his name, on Dan Ashworth, because Dan Ashworth wasn't even in his role when Ineos kept Erik ten Hag. So I need to look at the timelines because I do remember reading an article from The Athletic, like a big dossier about it, and it was an interview just after the Liverpool game, and Dan Ashworth and Omar Barada were both trying to distance themselves from the idea of they kept Erik ten Hag. They said that both of them said in the interview that the decision was made before they joined Manchester United. So I don't know why suddenly now they're trying to pin the decision on Ashworth, saying it was him. Look at the Fab tweet, Minna. Big up to Steffi. Steffi, Dan Ashworth's been sacked. If you haven't checked, if you haven't seen the news or anything, Dan Ashworth has been sacked. Let's go see what Fabrizio is saying, and then we're going to get into talk about the game because it's about 15 minutes until kickoff. Oh yeah, so Fabrizio's just posting quotes from the United We Stand magazine. I read it yesterday. Now let me see what people are saying, because obviously now all the journalists, it's funny because nobody had an idea of what happened until, this is why I say David Ornstein is the real deal, guys. He just posts his news and he keeps it going, because now all these journalists are scrambling to find news. They're scrambling to find news. But it's reported by Alex Crook. I never trust someone that's got Crook as a surname. Isn't Crook a bad thing? Anyways, reported by Alex Crook, Dan Ashworth felt sidelined from big decisions at Manchester United almost from day one, with Omar Barada and Dave Brailsford calling the shots. The tipping point was the Ruben Amorim appointment. Ashworth wanted a British coach, Gareth Southgate. Listen, that's enough to sack him. Yeah. I've heard enough. He wanted Gareth Southgate. Yeah, nah. On your bike, mate. Get out. I've heard enough, guys. I don't even want to know any more information about him getting sacked. That is enough information for me to believe that this is the right... Get out of here about Southgate. Get the hell out of here and take Southgate with you. Oh, man. I wanted Southgate too. Tyler, why did you want Southgate? I did have a strong feeling though, guys. I don't know if you lot remember in the summer, I did tell you, like, I had a strong feeling that Southgate might have become Man United manager. I had a big feeling about that. Let me see what Twitter is just in a meltdown, man. Twitter is in a meltdown right now. Honestly, guys, when I woke up and I don't know what you lot do, but I bed rot for like the first 30 minutes when I wake up, just to, defrost. I just opened up Twitter. I was like, let me check news, because I'm following news that's happening in, Syria and whatnot. So I was like, let me open Twitter. The first thing I see is, bam, Dan Ashworth sacked. I said, what? Nah, I said, what has happened? Did someone get beat up in the conference room after the game yesterday? Like, this is so out of the blue. It was so out of the blue. Brada was so happy when we got Amram. You could see it. Yeah, I think Amram was the guy that he wanted, and I don't want to kind of I don't want to make up theories, but Barada was at Man City when they were preparing for Pep to leave, or the future of Pep, and it was reported that Amram was on the shortlist for the future of Pep. So I don't know if it was from his time at City that he was kind of tracking Amram, but this is the thing, guys. Yeah, this is the thing. I don't know if you lot remember that hierarchy thing going around. What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the hierarchy thing going around, but I feel like when you've got too many people, involved in decision making, it just goes to shits. I feel like it just goes to shits. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I feel like there's too, I don't know, man. I'm all for dictatorship. Maybe I shouldn't say that live on camera. I just feel like there's when you got too many people involved in the decision making, it's too many egos. It's too many egos, guys. And as a result of that, people are just gonna butt heads when it comes to decision making. This is why I don't know what can I compare this to. Again, I don't know. In a household, you can't, having two parents, both of your parents cannot be like the decision makers. I don't know if you guys realize, normally one of your parents is the decision maker and the other one is just on board. One leads, one follows. Bruno, your favorite player? No, Bruno is not my favorite player. That's so random. But just on some new, listen, let's quickly talk about Man United women. Let's talk about Man United women, because you guys see that transition. Do you like that do you guys like that transition from screen to screen? Let's talk Manchester United women, guys, because that's what we're here to talk about. Team news is out. A few changes from that absolutely embarrassing performance against Chelsea just before the international break. Now, just for some context, guys, last season, Manchester United lost both games to Liverpool. Both games. So this, for me, is an important game. This is absolutely an important game. But just some team news in goal. Tullis Joyce, congratulations on her first call-up to the US national team during the international break. In the back line, we've got the usual Jade Riviere. We've got Laetitia, Millie Turner, and Gabby George. That's the back four. In the middle, we've got Janssen again as a CDM. I don't know why Mark Skinner is persistent with her as a DM. But we got Hinata Miyazawa starting as well in the midfield. We got Grace Clinton in the 10, JC on the right. We got Leah Galton back into the starting lineup. And then we got Elizabeth Turlin as well back into the starting lineup. We got a very good bench. I think United got quite a stacked bench. They got Middleton Patel, Anna Sanderberg, Hayley Ladd, Jessica Simpson, Celine Bizet, Emma Watson, Simi Awujo, Melvie Mallard, and our very own OAP, Rachel Williams. So it's quite a stacked bench. I'm not going to lie. It's got a bit of everything. It's got defensive options. It's got attacking options. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm shocked to see Leah Galton start. I am shocked to see Leah Galton start. Just because she's come back from injury and she's had little involvement, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. But I wouldn't have dropped her for Bizet, personally. I would not have dropped her for Bizet. Now, just some context for Liverpool, guys, yeah? They have 5 players on their bench. They have injury problems right now. But they play a similar lineup to what United men actually play. They play a back three. They got Fisk in the back with Bonner and Matthews. Nagano in the middle. Shaw on the right. Holland, Capox, Hinz in the midfield. And then up top they got Smith and Enderby. that's a pretty decent lineup. Taylor Hinds, if you lot remember, the last time I think United played them away, I think it was just before the Christmas break last year. She scored to upset United, and then obviously they went on to beat United again away from home. So for me, this is important. I think, like, especially with Dan Ashworth getting sacked, like, it has to... Oh shit, I need to fix my camera. What the hell? What the hell happened here? Apologies, guys. I did not realize that I did not have this fixed. There you go. Yeah, that should be all right. That should be all right. Apologies, guys. But just quickly on the Dan Ashworth thing and how it might impact the women's team. Dan Ashworth was the only person that used to regularly visit the women's team, guys. Like, honestly speaking, Barada never really... I've never seen or heard of Barada visiting the women's team. Jim Ratcliffe, he bailed on going to the FA Cup final because he was hosting... and Man United Women won the FA Cup final because he was hosting Keir Starmer at Old Trafford against Arsenal. And obviously, it came out later that obviously he was lobbying Labour to help with, you know, the regeneration of the Old Trafford area. But it doesn't give... I don't think it really fills people, Man United Women fans, with a lot of hope. When you have people like Jim Ratcliffe saying, oh, the women's team is not a priority. You have, you know, Jim Ratcliffe not attending games. Ashworth is the only one that actually attended games for Manchester United Women, guys. He's the only one that I know of that, in the hierarchy, that has attended games. So it is a bit unfortunate. And I'm interested to see how things pan out now over the next couple of weeks for the women's team. Because just for some context... I think after next week, we play Crystal Palace Women, and then there's a big break during the Christmas period until, like, January. So they're off for, like, 3 weeks. So I'm really interested to see what decisions are made around that time and how it impacts the women's team. Now, what's the likelihood, can I just say, that Ineos are going to go out and find a sporting director immediately? Because isn't Arsenal looking for a new sporting director, right? Because Edu is leaving at the end of the season. So Arsenal's looking for a new one. Listen, the payout that Ashworth is... Listen, Ashworth made money from the FA. He made money from Brighton, Newcastle, and now from United. And he's probably still going to get a job somewhere, guys. He's probably still going to get a job. And you know what's so funny? Newcastle fans... I know that they were mad that he left. But I also think that they... Like, I remember Newcastle fans talking about... oh, like, you lot think... I remember, because I have a friend who's a Newcastle fan, and they were talking about Ashworth as if, like, he wasn't all that. And I think United fans took it as a way that, you know, they're just being bitter because they've just lost their sporting director to Manchester United. But maybe they were onto something. Maybe they were onto something. Someone said Ineos are going to start charging fans when using the OT toilets. That's mad. That is absolutely mad, because that kind of stuff only happens in public areas, guys. Not that I advocate for it, by the way. Not that I advocate for it, but that only happens in public places, like, I know, like car parks and that kind of stuff. JC and the girl on the thumbnail look like they're twins. That's Taylor Hinds. I think it's Taylor Hinds on the thumbnail. She's actually English, but she plays for England. I don't know what is her ethnicity. Oh, she's from Jamaica. I didn't know that. I did not know that. She's from Jamaica, but she's eligible to also play for England as well. But she plays for Jamaica right now. She plays for the Jamaica national team. But that's the lineup. We've got the lineup as well on the screen. Teams are getting ready to come out. Listen, guys, I gotta issue another statement. I know I'm gonna be about 30 seconds behind you lot. Please do not bite my head off. Please don't bite my head off. I've explained it time and time again. I'm streaming it. The game is on Sky, by the way, for the people that want to watch the game. It's not on YouTube today. If there's any coverage, TV rights for the game, which United tend to be on TV, despite the fact that we suck. So for that reason, the game is on Sky Sports. You can't watch it on YouTube, but you can watch it on Sky. And the teams are coming out of the tunnel. You man prayed for Ineos, by the way. You know what's crazy, yeah? Is I keep hearing this. People keep saying, oh, you lot prayed for Ineos. You lot wrote letters. Why are you saying you lot like I was one of them, firstly? I already knew who I wanted as an ownership. I don't have to talk too much. I already know who I wanted. If you were watching my... Actually, I don't think I even had a channel. No, I didn't have a channel around that time. Did I have a channel around the time that United were getting taken over? I don't think so. I don't think so. You're guilty by association. That is madness. That is madness to say that I'm guilty by association. Thank God Antonio is safe. Yeah, that was really sad news. When I saw the picture, that was really shocking. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm glad to hear he's safe. When the club issued a statement as well, it was a bit like worrying because I was like, clubs don't really your fans didn't want Qatar. You know what I think it is with the Qatar takeover, yeah? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the British media had a big part to play in it. Like, I actually think the British media had a big part to play in it. Because, excuse me, majority, like the Qatar, and Sheikh Jassim, all he got in the British media was bad coverage. And I think it was also bad PR because, you know, when they were having their meetings, he didn't come. He sent a delegation, like it's a United Nations meeting. He sent a delegation. Whereas Jim Ratcliffe was outside Old Trafford doing interviews. Like, he was PR driven. He was PR driven. He knew what he had to do to win people over. He even had the whole, guys, make Manchester great again. Like, what the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean? Score predictions. Go on, guys. Let's get score predictions. We're just getting team news now on the screen. The Liverpool team news. Felt like a Brexit campaign. It felt, honestly, I didn't like the vibe. I did not like the vibe. And I spoke about it as well. I did speak about it quite a bit. But in the end, he took over. Salam minna salam. I hope you're doing well. Salam minna. Thoughts on Ashworth news. I might do a stream later tonight, guys. Just breaking down the Ashworth news. Maybe after, what do I have to do today? This watch along. Then obviously there's a couple of Premier League games on. Then I have football. So after football, when I come home, I'll probably do a stream maybe around 9 p.m. UK time, where we'll kind of dissect all the Ashworth stuff. And probably by then there'll be a lot more news or a lot more information that we'll be aware of at that point. But we're getting ready to kick off. We are getting ready. I need to remember to update my what's it called? Are they doing a clap for CAF? Put Manchester back into Manchester United. I can't even remember what his slogan was, but it was nonsense. What football position do you play? I play central midfield. Sometimes I like to play in goal. I used to play in goal a lot, but predominantly I play in midfield. I only play in goal when I can't be asked to play in midfield. They're not doing a 1 minute silence for her, are they? Because I swear yesterday at Old Trafford they were clapping for like 30 seconds. I can't even hear what they're saying. Let me turn up my... Kath is she's a bigger legend, yeah, than some players that have come to Man United. That says a lot. That says a lot, that she's a bigger legend than some players. Our players look cold. How cold is it up there? Minna, how much sugar in the coffee or tea? This is tea that I'm drinking and it's 2.5 spoons, the big spoons. But fun fact, guys, I used to have 8 spoons of sugar in my tea, like the big spoons. Like my cup used to be like nearly half sugar. But over the last like probably 5 years, I've cut down bit by bit. My goal for next year, because I'm getting old, guys. I'm really getting old. So my goal for next year is to have one spoon of sugar, one big spoon of sugar, and then eventually my goal is to have no sugar in my tea. That's diabetes. Yeah, I used to love sugar. I love sugar, guys, but I am trying to cut it out of my my diet. Get the likes up, guys. Come on, you heard Tyler. Olivia Smith is a problem. She's a decent baller. She gave us problems when we faced her. That's coming from a Chelsea fan. You look young, Minna. I know. I'm like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I look young, but I'm not young, guys. Actually, I am young. I'm being dramatic. I'm actually being really dramatic. But I am turning a milestone age this year. I use 1.5 teaspoons of honey in each mug. My auntie keeps telling me to replace my sugar intake with honey. But I think honey's too sweet. And that says a lot because I'm telling you that I like sugar. I'm telling you I like sugar, but I'm saying honey is too sweet for me. This Liverpool kit, guys, gives me PTSD because I was at Old Trafford when Liverpool beat United men and they were wearing this white kit. I don't like this kit. But we got kickoff and they're still taking a knee. Happy 40th minute. Don't do that, Larry. Don't do that. Don't do that. And we got kickoff. Kickoff is underway. I'm going, I don't know. I actually don't know. 1-0? A little 1-0? That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I don't know. I have no hope. As long as Mark Skinner's sitting in the dugout, I have no hope for Manchester United. Already getting dispossessed, losing possession straight from the kickoff, and they're roughing each other up a little bit. I'm definitely in the minority. I'm actually not worried about our structure. I don't think a lot of people are worried about it. I think it's more so just they need transparency on the decision making. But to be honest, as fans, we're not entitled. Are we entitled to transparency, guys, for decision making? Or do we just need to know about the decisions when it's been made? Oh my God. Maya Letitia, okay, thank you very much. Dan Ashworth was my hope to get rid of Skinner. He's the guy that I need to know, yeah? You know how they're saying Dan Ashworth was responsible for keeping Erik ten Hag? I need to know who was responsible for keeping Mark Skinner. That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. So when I know who's responsible, then I want that person sacked. It's a free kick, by the way. Edge of the box for Liverpool. I'm actually kind of pleased Ashworth is gone. Never wanted him. I feel like Jim Ratcliffe was just obsessed with the idea of best in British class. Like, that is all he kept talking about. The best in British. You know what that sounds like? Best in British. It's like what you see on the back of food in like Asda or Tesco. You know when you buy potatoes and it says it was like grown in a British farm, and then they'll say the best of British. That's what it sounds like whenever Jim Ratcliffe is upset. All I ever hear him saying, best of British, best of British, best of British. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I want us to get Ralph, but it won't happen. Nah, it's too many egos. I think it's too many egos and like people that want authority or Hinata Miyazawa just gets pickpocketed in the box. Hines makes a shot over the bar. Ashworth represented British and Jim sacked him. But that's the thing. Don't appoint people based on their passport. That's my point. My point is, do not appoint people because of their passport. Hinz is beautiful, but let's stay focused. Yeah, she's really pretty. She is really pretty. Make sure you hit the like button if you've just come through, man. You know the rules. You say hi, you come in, you wipe your feet, say hi to everyone in the chat, and you hit the like button. What do you lot think of my new thumbnail, by the way, guys? Shout out to my thumbnail designer. He's been doing bits. I don't know if you lot noticed, but I have new thumbnails now for like my videos and now for my watch-alongs. Because I'm in a position that I can reinvest whatever I make from YouTube into thumbnails. It sounded like MAGA, but the UK version, if we're being real. It did. I think I tweeted it around last year as well. And people were saying that I was using the race card. People said I was using the race card. I think they'll just give it to blank. He don't know. What does he know about football? I'm sorry, but what does he know? Oh, wait, he does know. Sorry, I mixed him up with Brailsford. There's too many bold people, guys. There's too many bold people. We need more people with hair. We need more people with hair. Ball in. Can someone get on the end of that? No, they can't. Jace just puts it wide. We honestly need more people in Man United's hierarchy right now that got hair. Blank is not bold. Why does he sound bold? Let me Google him. Hold on. Okay, he's not bold. His hairline's receding a little bit. His hairline is receding. I ain't never seen someone have like a quiff to the side and this whole part's bald. He's partially bald. JC with the ball, 1-on-1, but she got 3 players on her and she just gets barged off the ball. She literally just gets barged off the ball so comfortably. Liverpool trying to build up from the back, but they can't. Grace Clinton puts a delivery in to absolutely no one. There is absolutely no one there. Hey Minna, hey JJ, how you doing? How you doing? The Ashworth news really making SJR and Ineos look like a plank. I said it's bad optics, but until we know more information, Liverpool just blocked their own shot. Until we know more information, I think we don't need to be too, we don't need to stress too much. It just shows that they're willing to just make, quick decisions. That's it. They're willing to make quick decisions. Listen, your thumbnails are fire, but need a tad bit more clickbait. Video titles too, that's my only criticism. I don't like clickbait. That's the thing. I don't like clickbait because I don't think clickbait is... my videos are not clickbait. If you click on my video, you get what it says in the title. 5 things we learned about United. You know what you're getting from my videos because of the title. That is why I try my best to refrain from clickbait. And I know clickbait is what sells on YouTube. I know it's what gets you views. I know it's what gets you subscribers. But I want people to resonate with my channel. JC just covers about 50 yards of the pitch or 60 yards of the pitch and gets brought down on the edge of the box. That has to be a yellow. But yeah, so just on the topic of the thumbnail, and she gets booked. Thank you very much. Matthews gets booked. And now she has to play 85 minutes against Jace with a yellow card. Grace has been a different player for United compared to England. Skinner effect, 100%. 100%. You think Erik Ten Hag was not a problem now? I never said I didn't. Erik Ten Hag was a problem. His style of football was a problem. You know, 2 things can be right at the same time, guys. The players can suck, the players can be bad, and the system can be bad. It's not one or the other. Is there a better ball carrier in football than JC? I don't think so, She's one of the best... I think she's one of the best ball carriers in the WSL. I think she is one of the best ball carriers in the WSL. Ball in, we got Gabby, we got George and Letitia. 2 defenders standing over it, by the way, our set piece. Our centre-back and our full-back. Both standing over it. They do a little something from the training ground, but they don't find no one. So not only are Man United bad, the men's team bad from set pieces, the women are not that great either. Ball in from Millie Turner. Come on, ref. George gets dragged down in the box. Wrighton and Aggie Beaver-Jones clear over JC. How much does Aggie Beaver-Jones play for Chelsea? Is she a regular starter? But to be honest, Chelsea have so much depth that I'm not surprised if she's not a regular starter. JC again. Oh, she's offside. Who's the best female team? I think in the WSL is Chelsea. I don't think that's an argument. I think Chelsea are the best. Chelsea's squad depth is ridiculous. Some people that come off the bench for Chelsea could start for Man United. They could start for half the teams most of the teams in the WSL. And Chelsea is an example, guys, of good planning because they knew Emma Hayes was leaving. They knew the manager they were bringing in. And they brought in so many other players as well. Minna is player FC. You must be new here. That's my favourite thing now to say to people that say stuff that clearly shows that they're new here. If you think I'm player FC, that's okay. That's your opinion. She doesn't even start. Yeah, but the thing is, Aggie Beaver-Jones not starting for Chelsea it's not a big shock because of how much depth they have in their team. They got up front. They got They got Ramirez. They got Beaver-Jones. They got the other girl. Shit, I forgot her name. I actually interviewed her. They got so many strikers, and then they've still got Sam Kerr to come back. So they have a lot of depth. You know what? I actually think, just on the topic of the England national team, Serena Wiegman needs to cut a couple of players from that team. Why is Super Mario upset Minna behind you? Because United's not winning, man. I said I will make Super Mario sit upright when United start going on a run of games. Now you say players are crap, but with Ten Hag, it's only Ten Hag's fault. You must be new here. You must absolutely be new here. Chelsea's bench is just as terrifying as the starting 11, 100%. The thing is, a lot of these, I'm not going to lie, I feel like a lot of players at United wouldn't start for Chelsea. I'm not even kidding. I don't think they would start for Chelsea. I don't think they would start for City. And that shows you how far apart United are from the other top teams in the league. Miyazawa with the ball. Thanks for not doing clickbait. You're welcome. You're welcome. Random minute, but can you ball IRL? Yeah, guys, I got new boots. Let me show you lot. Because I'm actually excited, guys. Because I got new boots that I'm gonna play with today for the first ever time. So I've been playing with boots at football that I've had for like the last 8 years. Can you believe that? My football boots have lasted me 8 years, guys. And Adidas sent me a pair of these that I've been wanting for so long. I wasn't gonna spend money on it. I didn't want to spend money on it. I love Predators. I wanted the originals. So I'm gonna test these out today for the first ever time. And if I start pinging balls across the pitch, yeah, like I'm Michael Carrick, then it's the boots. It's absolutely the boots. But look how beautiful these are. Don't ask me what size I am because I know they look kind of big. But these are so beautiful. I wanted the one that has... I didn't want the laces, firstly. I didn't want the one that had the laces. So I wanted the non-laces one. But I also wanted the one that has the ankle part here. But I got these ones. But these are so beautiful. The Predators... Adidas have not missed with the Predators that they've released in the last year. This year, in 2024, they've released some really nice Predators. These ones are nice. And they just dropped the Jude Bellingham one that they dropped is nice as well. So I'm gonna go football today, guys. And if I'm, like I said, if I'm pinging balls like I'm Michael Carrick or Paul Scholes, it's the boots. It's the boots. It looks nice. I reckon it will match well with the United home kit. Quite a few United women's players wear these boots because they're obviously sponsored by Adidas. And it does look nice. It does look nice. It looks... these boots, don't ask me why. They look nice if you're playing a late game and it's dark outside. That's when it looks nice. This is how boring the game is, guys, that we have to talk about boots. And Liverpool just win a corner. Let me go see if there's any more new information about Ashworth. I don't think there will be, but... Did you ever have dreams of playing professionally? Yes and no. Yes and no. I always wanted to be a professional footballer, but I think I grew up in the wrong generation, guys, you know. Like in my community where my family, it's all about having traditional jobs. Even being a content creator is not a traditional job. So the thought of being a professional footballer was, was wild. But I feel like now the next generation of kids, a lot of girls can become footballers because there's a lot more opportunities. Yeah, I should have known this person was a troll. I was about to make them a moderator by accident. Let me make some new people mods in the chat. Tourist Joyce comes out to collect it. Guys, this game is boring, man. Oh my god. I wonder when we'll get our first shot on target. When was it against Villa? Was it like the 70th something minute? I think it was like the 70th something minute. Even like United against Chelsea. I can't even remember when it was. It's alright, Steffi. You can ban who you want. That's the rights that the mods get. Even women's football is hard to get into. There's so many women's competing to become professionals. Now it's more difficult, but also now I think there's more like pathways. Whereas when I was growing up, there wasn't really pathways to academies and that. Whereas now there's a lot more like academies and all of that kind of stuff that people can get into. Tullis Joyce goes long from a goal kick. And Leah Galton actually comes away with it. Leah Galton comes away with it. Can she put a good delivery in? She can. It gets intercepted by Hins. Miyazawa with a heavy touch and it gets blocked again by Hins. Jade Riviere with the ball. Goes out wide to Leah Galton. They see it out for a goal kick. The Lionesses changed women's football forever. They did. They did. But you know what it is, yeah? Another thing that I think, and not everyone might agree with me, but I think football needs to be accessible for everyone. You look at women's football when it comes to the balance of ethnicities in comparison to like men's football. Look at the England women team when it comes to balance of ethnicities, when it comes to, the men's national team. You can see that there is a clear kind of I don't want to say division, but you can see clear, like, accessibility is the most important thing for academy football for young players, and that's what needs to improve in women's football. Like, that's what needs to improve. You look at the WSL in comparison. Of course, men's football can't be the pinnacle of what we compare everything to, but it needs to represent society better. Football is a representation of society. So we need to make football more accessible for people of all backgrounds, especially for people that come from, like, I don't want to say urban areas, but like lower economic areas, especially like in London. For example, in London, now there's obviously academies. There's a lot more academies, Arsenal Academy, Fulham, QPR, etc., etc. But where they train is never somewhere that is accessible for someone who might be a ethnic person that comes from a single parent household, and you don't have someone that drives in your house. It's very difficult for you to get to training. So they need to make things more accessible for people, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure, as time goes on, it will. But England women winning the Euros changed the dynamic of women's football in this country. That's when everyone started to take women's football a bit more serious. JC on the break, getting chased down by Hines, and Hines puts in a good tackle. She puts in a good tackle, and United get the ball for a throw-in. I know we don't have the squad quality of Chelsea and City, but we should be playing better than this. 100%. It's actually quite sad, because I actually used to look forward to watching the women's team. Now I don't. I dread it. I absolutely dread it. I think they've changed it worldwide. Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, like, back in the day, nobody was paying attention to, why is Clinton shooting from that far? There's our first shot on goal, guys. 16 minutes in. United get the first shot on goal. Straight into the keeper's hands. Doesn't really challenge the keeper, but it's the first shot. Are United good in the WSL? I'm going to let you guys answer Blitz's question. I'm going to let you lot answer that. No comment. We are okay. We are okay. We're very inconsistent in the WSL. 2 seasons ago, we were top of it until the last day, and then we lost. Chelsea ended up winning because obviously they had a game in hand the whole time. They ended up winning the league. But since then, United have literally finished. We finished 5th last season. We are on track to finish 5th again this year if something doesn't change. So it's not good. Australia and New Zealand put a lot of effort into the World Cup purely because of the Lionesses Euro 2022 effect. And I think what helped with with England winning that Euros is that they won it at Wembley. They won it at home when England were hosting it. So that is a big part as well. Man United just passing around in their back line. George with the ball. Clinton going back. Come on, guys, this is boring. Should I just start playing PlayStation? Would you lot just rather me play PlayStation? Because this is boring me to death. Skinner has turned. This team is so boring to watch, guys. That shout-off celebration at Wembley is iconic. I saw it everywhere across all the social media apps. Yeah, you know what's crazy? Chloe Kelly had that iconic moment with England, and now she's been practically benched at City. Like, she don't even play at City anymore. Janssen is shite. She's just out of position. Like, I said this. I don't know how much more we're going to persist with playing her there. How do we look, guys? We look like how we look in every other game. Boring. Absolutely boring. And the worst thing is that I have to record my podcast after this, but there's nothing for me to talk about. I can't sit there for 30 minutes just saying how boring United play. What is that pass? City play some good football. They battered Barca with ease. City are a decent team. City... What the hell? Why did my stream nearly turn off? City are a decent team. My stream just randomly just turned off. This might be a sign, guys. This might be a sign for me to turn off the bloody game. This actually might be a sign that I shouldn't watch this anymore. Okay, I think my stream should be back up. Yeah, my stream is back up. How hasn't the Man United manager not got sacked yet? You know what, guys? There's 3 things in life guaranteed. Yeah? Death, taxes, and Mark Skinner coaching a shit game. That is the 3 guarantees of life. That is the 3 Matt Beard is a better manager than he is. Matt Beard is a better manager than he is. And you know what it is? You know what bothers me about Mark Skinner? It's not just the fact that I don't think he's a good coach, but he's just so pretentious. You like, have you ever, I don't know if you guys ever read or watch his press conferences. Why did my sound just randomly turn off? Guys, I'm telling you, everything that's happening to me right now is a sign. Or maybe my AirPods are dead. Oh no, it's back on. Everything happening to me right now is a sign that I should just stop watching this game. But anyways, as I was saying, if any of you lot ever watch Mark Skinner's press conferences or read what he says, guys, I've never seen someone say so much but at the same time say nothing at the same time. You know using a lot of filler words how can you speak for 2 minutes straight on something, ball over the top? If JC can get control, she can't. But how can you talk for 2 minutes straight and you're saying nothing? That means you just talk for the sake of talking. But yeah, he's just so pretentious, and I think that's what bothers me more. And you know what? I went Chelsea game last week or the week before. Before the international break, I went to United versus Chelsea away. And Chelsea fans outside of the stadium after the game was singing, "We want you to stay, we want you to stay, Mark Skinner, we want you to stay." Like, when opponents are doing that, that says a lot. That says a lot when opponents are doing that. It's like when Eric Ten Hag, when I remember again when I was at United versus Liverpool and Liverpool fans were singing "Eric's at the wheel, Eric's at the wheel." Like, when fans are singing about your manager, it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. What's that, a throw-in? You helped us win the league last season. Don't remind me. Imagine getting battered 6-0 at Old Trafford. That's embarrassing. And then they kept him after that. They kept him after that. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Don't remind me, man. I just about forgot about that. Is there a Champions League? Yes, there's a Women's Champions League. It's literally called the Women's Champions League. What is it? It's in the group stages right now. Throw into Liverpool. Outside of Jace, no one else is really creating anything, guys. I think she's the only one that's trying to create something. She wins the ball back and then gives it straight back away. This is the perfect mid-off match, isn't it? Yeah, if you think this is a mid-off match, you're lucky you didn't watch Man United versus Aston Villa. Wallah, that was the worst game that I've probably watched this season. That was a horrible game to watch. But I find myself saying that about every United game. Like, I found myself saying that about every United game. Who's the best female baller in the world right now, in your opinion? Bonmati. I love Bonmati is my favourite player right now. She's a baller. I like Salma Paralulo, another Barcelona player. Caroline and Hansen is good as well. Anyone that plays for Barcelona, basically, I like. I like Barbara Banda, plays in America. She's good. She's a good striker. Ball in. Turlin tries to go for the flick back. Oh my god. Turlin just blasts it over the bar. That is a big chance. A crossing from Jade Riviere. Leah Galton misses it completely. Turlin runs onto it and just blasts it over the bar. 9 times out of 10, I would put money on Turlin to put that away. I would put, like, if I could put money on it, but I wouldn't. but I would put money on it if I had to put that away. This is my first season watching United Women, so Skinner is all I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Linda Caicedo. Linda Caicedo is good. She is good. And she's young as well. She's like, what, 19? Dash and Skinner are so similar. You watch them and you don't know what they're trying to do. Alhamdulillah, the new owners are coming soon and they'll sack him. Are you talking about your owners or our owners? Are you when Everton moves to their new stadium, are they going to have a new manager? Look at that space that United are just giving up in the middle. So much space. Who's the best team in Europe? I would say Barcelona's the best team. Yeah, I would say Barca. Mad how deep Turland is having to drop. I said this after I think it was the Spurs game. I said after the Spurs game, even though United won, I think we won 2-0. I said that we had what's his name doing we had Turland doing a graveyard shift. We'd slap up Barca now. You couldn't even slap up Barca when you had your oh so great Emma Hayes. What makes you think that? I don't think so. I think Barca are just too good, man. They're just a cheat code. Liverpool at the moment is better. It's funny because they're showing the action areas right now and 57% of the action is in the middle of the pitch. It's in the midfield, which means neither team can really control anything. They can barely control anything. But we've got JC dropping deep right now. She's in the middle of the pitch. Doing her little step overs. Go on. Plays a ball in. No one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to watch 75. This is how bad my maths is. 65. I have to watch a whole hour more of this. The ref robbed us, by the way. I was at the game last season just saying. I went to Barca versus Chelsea. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago. It was on Eid. I remember. It was Eid day. It was the second day of Eid. And my family had tickets for it. So I went with them. And I think Barca won. Liverpool trying to play out the back. And they just go long with their keeper. Because Man United are pressing them. But then they win the ball back. Liverpool win the ball. How can Liverpool go long from pressing and still win the ball back? United have never won the WSL and they've never won the Champions League. We've never even made it to the Champions League group stages. United have only been in the Champions League knockouts. And that's to the qualifiers, sorry. Are you going to watch Spurs versus Chelsea? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's the 2 o'clock kickoff, by the way? Let me check. Who's the 2 o'clock kickoff? Arsenal versus Fulham, Ipswich versus Bournemouth, Leicester versus Brighton. 3 games at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'll probably watch Fulham versus Arsenal and then I'll probably watch Tottenham versus Chelsea. Atletico versus Sevilla today. That's going to be a good game. Napoli versus Lazio. That's going to be a good game. There's actually some decent games on today. There's some decent games on today. Rude ball. It's so funny how Ruud van Nistelrooy slapped up Leicester twice and then they hired him. That is so jokes. Are you gonna watch the Hell End boys dunk on Arsenal? I think I got Iwobi in my FPL team, you know. I think I might. If I got Iwobi in my team. Looks like there's an injury right now. By the way, guys, am I the only one that's doing crap in FPL this year? Like, I just feel like I've given up on FPL. I still do my FPL and I make changes every week and whatnot. But I think my max points that I've got 1 week is like 70 points. But, ooh, I got Iwobi in my team and I got Jackson in my team. That don't look good. Oh, shit. I hope Wolves don't win tomorrow. Because how do I have Kuna on the bench? Why do I have him on the bench, bro? What the hell? What? I'm on 26 points right now, guys. Right now, I'm on 20. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm on 26 points right now. How many points altogether? Let me see how many points I got altogether. Altogether, I got 763. That's how bad it is this year. I know I'm bad this year because I'm bottom of all my leagues. Like my family league, my friends' leagues. I'm bottom or towards the bottom of all of them. I hope Kuna... Oh, my God. Oh, man, I hope he did... I literally just brought him in this week as well, you know. But to be honest, he's only been getting 2 points the last couple of weeks. I'm on 932. How? Share your team, man. How are you on 932? The most in my leagues, let me see. Yeah, 827 is one of the leagues. 878. Let me see. 917. Someone got 917. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm on the verge, low-key, of giving up with FPL. And we're only like, what, week 13, 14? Last year, I definitely gave more of an effort. I definitely gave much more of an effort in FPL. You see, Mark Skinner, what you've done? You see what you've done? I'm sitting here talking about FPL because of you. I'm sitting here talking about FPL because of you. I logged into FPL to find out I'm on 24 points this week. Does that mean that you didn't change anything in your team? Because that says a lot that I made changes in my team and we're on the same amount of points. Is Skinner bold? No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Yo, this game is boring me, guys. Big up to Aminor, been a member for 12 months. That's a whole year, guys. That's a whole year. Says, hi, Mina, I woke up this morning and pissed at Ineos. I think everybody is. I think everyone is. Big up to Aminor for being a member for 12 months. If you want to join the membership club as well, you can, guys. It's the pinned comment in the chat. You get your badges, you get your emojis, you get your custom member content, and of course, you get to support the growth of the channel, the ever-growing channel. If you want to support the channel in alternative ways, you can. By sending in super chats with your comments, with your questions, with your thoughts, or just to show some love. That helps me reach the goal for the stream. And if you want to show love in other ways, you can by just hitting the like button. JC, she got Turlin blasting through the middle. Comes onto her right foot, gets dispossessed. Comes into her right foot and gets dispossessed. Yeah. Guys, I don't know if I can watch 60 more minutes of this. And you know what's so funny? I think the last time I did a watch along, which was I think it was the Villa game, I think I was saying the same thing. Even the Arsenal game, I remember saying, guys, I can't do this. This is torture. Every single match week, I'm sitting here torturing myself. Liverpool go long, but United win it back. And then Liverpool win it back. Oh, there you go. Pressing. There you go. JC gets blocked. Turlin! Come on! Yes! Finally! Come on! Great finish. Oh, look at her. Oh, she looks happy, man. That means a lot to her, guys. Come on. Manchester United get the goal. Finally. About bloody time. Don't show me Mark Skinner on the screen. I don't want to see him. I do not want to see his face. Elizabeth Turlin gets the goal. Just some breakdown. It comes from pressing that starts from Leah Golton. JC takes the shot. It gets blocked. Lands to Turlin. She curls it in. Bottom right corner. Post and in. JC is mad. She tried to do a Travella shot from outside of the box. But great finish. Curls it around the centre-back. Keeper does not stand a chance. Let's go, Turland. That is my striker. By the way, guys, she was WSL. I think she was second in the Golden Boot race last season. She was second in the Golden Boot race last season. Janssen. Ball over the top, finds Golton, who's chasing it down. She takes a touch. Oh my God, what? Crossbar and in. What is going on, guys? What is going on? What is going on? United don't score, and suddenly they just scored 2 goals in quick succession. They don't score. We don't score goals like that. But suddenly we scored 2 goals in a minute. That is a great finish. By the way. She takes a touch. She takes one touch to set herself off. Bam! Keeper gets a hand to it. But why does the keeper dive like that, guys? Like she got hit by a bullet. The keeper, the power is too much. She hammers that in. Keeper literally puts it into her own net. She puts it into her own net. Leah Galton, man, welcome back. Who scored? Leah Galton scored. Leah Galton scored. I was still busy celebrating Turlan's goal that I started celebrating, that I didn't realise that Galton scored. That's a great finish, by the way. Great finish. Eric Skinner ball. Don't do that, guys. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Let's give PTJ a clean sheet. Yes, please. Let's get more people on this on the score sheet. How did she not save that? Honestly, that was poor goalkeeping. If that was Tullis Joyce, I would have been fuming, guys. I would have been fuming. United have scored the second most first half goals this season so far. Chelsea number 1 with 12, United second with 9, and then Liverpool third with 7. We want 5. We want. Before we say we want 5, let's get to 3 firstly. Let's say we want 3, and then when we get to 3, let's say we want 4. Baby steps, guys. Baby steps. Baby steps. Matt Beard is fuming on the bench. Why is he pissed off? He should be pissed off at his keeper. That was poor goalkeeping, by the way. That save, or that attempt of a save, was ridiculous. That's some shit that Anana would do, guys. Low-key, that's some shit that Anana would do. I don't have to say, guys, that I can't watch the next 60 minutes, guys. Because now I can. Now I can. You know what's so funny? It's so United-esque, yeah? It's so United-esque to do nothing for 30 minutes and then score 2 goals in quick succession. Typical United. Millie Turner just gone down quite harsh and she's hobbling a little bit, but she's holding her back. I hope she's alright. I hope she's alright. I'm happy for Turland. I'm just so happy for Turland because she's been bearing the brunt of a lot of criticism as United striker. And even from Galton, that's a good finish. I'm so bitter. Did she not want to play for England? I don't think Leah Galton wants to play for England, no. I think because I remember in an interview she said that she wants to focus on just playing club football because football is so demanding. You obviously international break, then club football, then international break, and she wants to like spend time with family and all of that stuff. So for that reason, she's chosen only to play club football. Janssen finds Jade Riviere. Jade Riviere trying to get involved as well. She's trying to get involved as well. Big up to Aminor with the super chat. Thank you so much, Aminor. I appreciate it. It says, Minna, are you now Anana out and Bayend it in? You guys, are you not actually Anana out after that one error? Like, genuinely speaking, after the season that he's had this year? The thing is, though, my issue with Anana, and I will talk about it in tonight's stream, my issue with Anana is that he gives you no kind of reassurance. And when you're always living life on the edge, that's a bit of a dangerous one. He's had a good season, though. Let's not kind of throw everything at him just because of one error that he's made. Great interception from Jade Riviere. But thank you for the super chat, Aminor. I appreciate it. This El Sakiko is definitely going to get this Liverpool manager sacked by tomorrow morning. Let me see where they are in the table, actually. Let me see where Liverpool are in the table. Right now, United are 3rd. Liverpool are 6th. But obviously, there's a lot of teams to play later today. Smith with the ball on the edge of the box. Someone just get it out. Thank you very much. And they do. They get it out. I'm done with Anana. Not good enough for the club. Too many errors. Do you genuinely think so? Big up to Joe. How you doing? How you doing, Joe? I'm good. I'm good. The issue with Anana, you just can't be sure with him. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't give you any reassurance. Like you're always on edge if there's a shot at him, etc. So it is a bit worrisome with him. But again, another player that another player that United have spent big money on, guys. Another player United have spent big money on, and it's still kind of questionable. Is there anyone that United has brought in the last 3 years, guys, that has proven their worth? I think Mazraoui, but I'm gonna be I'm not going to be too kind of over the top with him because it's only been a couple of months. But he's been good for the couple of months we've had him. Leacher was one player that I thought was gonna be like a good signing kind of thing, but ever since he got injured, it's not been good. I feel like his flaws are a lot more on show this season. Leacher, I'm talking about. I feel like his flaws are a lot more on show this season in terms of like his box defending is not that great. He's prolific on the ball, but outside of that, again, he's another guy that's just one. He can, like yesterday, what he did was crazy. Like that goal, Chris Wood's goal, mad. I don't know how you let the ball just run past you. No clearance, no nothing. So yeah, I can't think of anyone that United have signed for big prices, anything above 50 million, that has been a good player or has been a good signing. Millie Turner with the ball. Out to George. Our club is funny. They get rid of everyone but the players. Yeah, I've said it. This summer, they have to be ruthless. United have to be so ruthless. No sentiment. Leah Golton with the ball. If she can put a good delivery in, it takes a deflection and it's out for a corner. And think of anyone that United have signed over 50 million in the last 4 years that is still at the club. And tell me one of them that is great. Like, tell me one of them that is good. That we've got our 50 million worth. Anana United haven't got their money's worth. Leachart haven't got their money's worth. Hoyland haven't got their money's worth. Casemiro, 70 million. Anthony, absolutely not. Kobe can't play as an 8 again. He's a 10. I've been saying this for ages. And his weaknesses are only going to be on show more and more. Ball in from Letitia. It's a great delivery. JC takes it on the volley, but her own teammate blocks it. It's a great delivery from Letitia. She should come and take the set pieces for United because United cannot beat a flipping first player. United cannot beat a first man from set pieces. But Man United women do it all the time. Matoma would be good for you guys. I asked this in my video yesterday, guys. Who would you guys upgrade? What position is the priority to upgrade right now for Man United? I don't know if it's left wing back. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's left wing back. I don't know if it's up front. I don't know if it's the 10. What is the priority to upgrade? All of them. In an ideal world, we could replace everybody. Left 10. I think United need a 10, yeah. I actually have a controversial take on Garnacho and Rashford, but I don't think fans would want to hear it. But I would rather United have a natural person that can play in the inside forward position than rather turn a player into an inside forward. It's not going to work. I think United should look into parting ways with both of them. I think United should look to part ways with both of them. Not that I'm saying they're bad players, but I just think United have to make ruthless decisions and they need to get people that can fit the system. You can't... I feel like a lot of the players right now, United are trying to fit them in the system, which obviously they have to because they can't go out and buy anyone, right? United can't go out and buy anyone right now. But you can't force them into the system for a year or 2 years or 3 years. If you can see already now in a couple of weeks that they don't work in the system, oh, Liverpool are through on goal, straight into Tullis Joyce's hands. Thank you very much. Nacho's still young. He is young. That is true. 20 years old. But I think people get confused with his age and how long he's been in the first team. This is his 3rd season in the first team. I by the way, I always thought Garnacho was perfect to be an impact player. I always thought Garnacho was perfect to be an impact player. I feel like we forced him into a starter. We forced him into this starter role. Sometimes, you know, the burden of it can be too much. So was Elanga, and we sold him without thinking twice. There's a lot of young players that United have sold without thinking twice. There is a lot of young players. People hold on to Garnacho a lot, which is always interesting to me. I think he's a good player, but again, I think he's a traditional type of like winger. I feel like if United are not playing with wide wingers, go and buy someone who can play as an inside 10. Simple as that. Like, why are we trying to force someone into playing as an inside forward? We force Garnacho to play as an inside forward on the left hand side, and he just drifts out left all the time to a point where him and Dallo are on the same area. They're covering the same area, which as a result you have no one box crashing as one of the 10s. You have no one box crashing. If Bruno's playing deeper, despite the fact that he's playing as a 10, the second 10 needs to crash the box with the striker, and that don't happen. That does not happen. I still think he's a good player. I think Garnacho's a good player. I think Rashford's a good player. But there's nothing wrong with admitting sometimes, guys, that profiles are not right. There's nothing wrong with saying that a profile is not right for a player. Like me saying Rashford can't play as an inside 10, or me saying Garnacho can't play as an inside 10. That's not me saying they're shit. It's just me saying that they don't fit the system. That's it. And you'd rather United make a decision now and get the players that can fit the system, rather than spending 2-3 seasons of trying to force them to fit the system and then realising, you know what, they're not going to work. I feel like United have been so slow historically with making decisions of parting ways with players when they should do, that they need to just be better with it. We force him to be an inside 10 when even as a winger he's not that good. I think the criticism is harsh on him. I do think the criticism is harsh on Garnacho. But I also think that, like, on the opposite side of it, I see both sides of the argument, basically. I see the people that are like Garnacho FC, and then the people that are like anti-Garnacho. I understand both sides. But I do think sometimes the criticism is over the top, and sometimes I think the praise is over the top. But that's us. That's how you are as a football fan. We're always over the top. Like, I'm over the top with the way that I praise players. Like, players that I like, I'm sometimes over the top with the way that I praise them. So I can't really criticize people for doing what I do, because we're fans at the end of the day. We're just fans. Liverpool trying to build it around Manchester United's box, and Jade Riviere makes a great tackle in the box. And it was offside. Amorim going to get sacked before Garnacho gets thrown. Let's be real, Garnacho and Rashford will probably stay there till their late 30s. Do you think that? Do you guys actually think that they will stay for that long? That was not offside. Jace kept her on. But anyway, I'm not complaining. Let me not complain about that. Let me see what else you lot are saying about this Garnacho and Rashford thing. Traditional wingers pass the ball. Garnacho doesn't. Nah, Garnacho, he does pass. Your fan base are too sentimental. I don't even think it's the fan base, you know. I actually think I think the Man United, like, decision makers are too sentimental. Look at Luke Shaw, guys. Look at Luke Shaw. United fans are too sentimental. We hold on to this idea of what someone could potentially be, or, you know, on their day. Like, the whole on their day thing, United fans are obsessed with that. But we need to be cutthroat with decisions. United have to be cutthroat with decisions. And I've been saying that for the last year or two. And if that means letting go of, you know, players that you might not want them to let go of, then so be it. So be it. Who's more likely to stay, guys? That's a question that I have for you lot. Who's more likely to stay, Rashford or Garnacho? Because between the two of them, I don't know who's more likely to stay. I feel like Garnacho, if he doesn't get playing time, etc. Half time, by the way, let me stop the timer right there. I feel like Garnacho is the kind of player that would push to leave. And all of you lot are saying Rashford, by the way. Everyone in the chat is saying Rashford. Rashford, Mr. Man United, Rashford. Garnacho because of Rashford's wages. Yeah, I just feel like, let me put the question like this, guys. You're not playing football, right? Or, for example, Rashford, back-to-back Premier League games benched, yeah? Do you think he looks at that and thinks, oh, this manager doesn't like me, I need to find myself a move? Or does he probably think, oh, you know what, I'm going to stay. Who do you think is more likely to be benched regularly? Like, if Garnacho's benched and Rashford's benched, who's the one that will be like, you know what, I'm not getting playing time, so I'm going to leave? And you know what's funny, guys? Why is it every couple of months, news pops up about PSG and Rashford? Like, cash money. Suddenly Rashford's not playing well, PSG's interested in him. But when he is playing well, nobody wants him. But when he's not performing well and people are on him, people are criticising him, fans are criticising him, media's criticising him, suddenly it's PSG want him. 100% Rashford, but if we could get 25 million for Garnacho, that would be cool. 25 million, is that it? Is that it? I think United should... the way that the transfer market works now, guys, United should get way more than 25 million for Garnacho. That's his PR team working overtime to cause drama in the fan base. I do think, though, sometimes the criticism with Rashford is a bit OTT. But same with Garnacho. I think fans, as fans, do you not agree? As fans, we do not know where to draw the line. Like, because I saw Rashford posted something about Kath passing away. People were calling it PR. The guy can't do nothing right. He posted something about Kath. He's the only guy out of all the United players that got criticised for posting it. That's why I think, like, you can't... like, right now, I genuinely feel like sometimes... I like Marcus Rashford. I always say, though, it's getting to a point where it's becoming so toxic that United should part ways. Like... Ghana goes 50-60. Yeah, I think Garnacho could go for 50 million. I don't think... Oh my god, guys. Sorry, I just saw an ad on my screen right now because the game's half-time for Deadpool. The movie is streaming on Disney+. That is the worst movie I've watched, guys, this year. I'm so glad. I know this is so sidetracked from what we're talking about, but I am so glad I did not go to the cinema to watch Deadpool because I fell asleep on my sofa in probably the first 25 minutes. Or the first 30... It was the worst, probably, movie I've watched in a long time. I'm gonna being harsh. I haven't watched it, though. No, it's ass. That movie... Please let me know if you've watched Deadpool. The new Deadpool that came out a couple months ago. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. But then again, guys, I'm not really a Marvel fan. Deadpool versus Wolverine. Yeah, this one. This one. Have you watched Smile 2? Nah, I haven't. I haven't watched Smile 2. Is that a scary movie? Oh my god. Oh my god, Nuruddin has just done a madness. Nuruddin has just done an absolute madness. I can't even pin it on my screen right now. Oh, I know why I can't pin it on my screen. I need to go back to this. And then I can pin it on my screen. Nuruddin has just gifted 50 memberships. 50 memberships. And right now, my screen on the side of YouTube is just going very fast. It's going very fast because I can see everyone that is getting gifted with a with a membership. Sorry, big up to Nuruddin. What an absolute not Staffy getting a membership. Not Staffy getting a membership. What is he even doing awake at this time? That's the question. Let me see. All right, let me see who's getting memberships. Let me see who's getting memberships, and then we can go back to our discussion. Breadwinner gets a membership. OJ, Just Kicks, Steffi gets one. Duala gets one. Sham gets one. Ma, Super Arch, Tywin, JJ doesn't get one. Sorry, JJ. Oh, no, you already got one. Fabio gets one. Matt gets one. Rix gets one. David gets one. Jarvis gets one. Eduardo, David, Faith. Oh, my God. I can't go through all of this. I cannot go through all of this. Big up to Nuruddin as well with the super chat. Says, in celebration of the passing of a certain CEO, the world will heal drop by drop. Big up Minna. Big up United's Lionesses. Listen. Yes, I agree 100% with what you've just said. I absolutely agree. In celebration of that certain CEO, yeah, we don't have to talk too much. But big up to Nuruddin with the super chat and with the 50 gifted memberships. That's a lot of memberships, guys. That is a lot of memberships. Make sure you lot turn on your gifted memberships as well, because otherwise you can't get it. Minna, what's your thoughts on Terlan? We need to give her more service and she will score 100%. 100%. I totally agree. We need to give her more service. We have her doing a graveyard shift way too much of the time. Let me see what else you guys are saying in the chat. Stu says, legend. Absolute. Listen, Nuruddin is a legend, man. If you lot are new here, Nuruddin is a legend. Big up to Stu, been a member for a month. Says, big up Nuruddin, legend. Legend. Amram said it's all about running back and running forward. We have too many individual personalities on the pitch. Get them gone. I don't know if you lot saw, but before the game, in the press conference, Amram said that he kind of knows who his strongest 11 is, and then he put out that team yesterday. So I don't know if some of those players are what he thinks is his strongest team. I don't know. I don't know if you guys agree, by the way. But I look at a lot of the players that started yesterday's game in particular, and I think, yeah, some of them is like, I feel like Yoro, Delit, Anana, Ugarte, Kobe, like those are the players that he's maybe alluding to. I'm not gonna lie, I still have questions about the 210s. That is like probably where my biggest question marks lie. And I don't know if you guys agree as well. I still feel like Amram is trying to figure out what works, with his 210s. Genuinely, I think he's still trying to... Amram is waffling to keep the roar of the fan base quiet. He don't know his best 11 yet. That's harsh. That's low-key a little bit harsh to say that he's waffling. Yoro made a massive mistake yesterday. I'm not sure about him yet. What, are you talking about the Chris Wood chance? Are you talking about the goal that Chris Wood scored? I just think he gets... I feel like with that goal... I can't say it's Yoro's fault. He gets out-jumped. I think he jumps early. Because it's a floating ball. So I think he just misread the timing of the ball. But equally, with saying that, right? As a player, if you make an error... And Amram said this yesterday... Amram said this yesterday about Anana, basically. Like, when somebody makes a mistake in the team, it is the responsibility of the rest of the team to bail him out. And I think with Yoro leaping early... mistiming his jump, the ball's floating in. Martinez needs to get that ball off the line. He has to get that ball off the line. So it is a bit of a question mark. It is a bit of a question mark. But I think I like Lenny Yoro. I like what I see so far. And also, it's going to be teething pains with him. This is his debut year. This is his debut. No disrespect, right? But if we give time to Garnacho, everyone uses the excuse of age for Garnacho in his 3rd season at United. How can you already be on Yoro in his second game for United, his first start, and people are on him already? I know people are going to say, oh, but Garnacho didn't cost 50 million. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, but Yoro cost a lot more money than what Garnacho did. 100%, but Garnacho has been in the first team now. This is his 3rd season. And we're still giving him the grace of time. So let's do the same thing for all our young players. Let's not be selective with the young players and be like, oh, I'm not going to give this young player time. I'm only giving this young player time. We apply the same logic to everyone. Anyone under the age of 20 or under the age of 21, let's give them the excuse of age. Because that's the excuse everybody likes to use. Let's give them that excuse. It's not that deep losing to Forest. We drew against them and we're in a title race. Forest beat Liverpool as well early in the season, right? Or was that Bournemouth? I can't remember. Minna, who do you think will be our next sporting director? Wallahi, I got no idea, guys. I got no idea. I don't know. You know what's funny, guys, yeah? People, I feel like since Ineos have come in, yeah, like everybody's treating... People, like, it's only now that we be seeing, Dave Brailsford walking at Old Trafford, people taking pictures with him. Dan Ashworth, people were taking pictures with him. We're treating common employees, decision makers, as celebrities, as the football players. And I just feel like football, like, let's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Amram said, if you're at United, you should be good enough. Age doesn't matter. I think that's applicable in any kind of football society. Any part of football, any first team, whether you're playing for flipping Barnet FC in the National League, or you're playing for #United, or you're playing at top flight football. If you are playing in the first team of a competitive club, you are good enough. Age doesn't matter. And I 100% agree. But I like the whole, this, I don't know, what player do you guys think has the fan base most divided? What fan base do you think, what player do you think has the fan base most divided? I don't know if it's Garnacho, I don't know if it's Rashford, I don't know if it's Bruno. I genuinely do not know. Because I feel like no matter who it is, people have an argument Xerxes. I don't know. Bruno, I hear the Bruno one. Because, I don't know. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like it's Rashford. Sometimes I think it just depends on the day. I think maybe it just depends on the day. Sometimes it can be Garnacho. Sometimes it can be Bruno. You lot are all saying Bruno. Everybody is saying Bruno right now. Let me see if there's any more news on Dan Ashworth. So apparently, guys, Dave Brailsford hired Ashworth because he knew him instead of interviewing multiple candidates for the role. Is that nepotism? You give the job to somebody that you know. Damn. There seems to be a specific group of players who receive slander by default. I agree. Those 4 that you listed, 100%. Those are... Anytime something goes bad for United, is people just turn on... people turn on the burners and just get onto them. Like, Bruno, for example. Bruno, yesterday... What did you lot make of his performance? Bar the error that he made. What did you lot make of his performance? Because Rashford came on. I think he had practically no impact. When he came on. But we're getting ready for the second half here, guys. Let me make some new people mods in the chat, because I do need some new mods. Just, if I make you a mod, guys, don't abuse your mod power. Don't abuse your mod power. Big up to Koala in the chat. The goal was the only decent thing Bruno did. Do you think so? Do you think the goal was the only thing that Bruno did? That was a great finish, though. Speaking of news, I hope Mikel Antonio is doing okay. I hope so too. They said that he's awake. He is in hospital, but they said he's awake and he's conscious. So that's a good thing, because that car looked scary. That car looked scary. Guys, by the way, yeah, because someone MA just said terrible corners from Bruno. Am I the only one that's getting frustrated with United on set pieces on both ends? I mentioned it in the video yesterday after the game, and I did a little short after the game as well. But Man United, we complain about the set pieces defending, but we are crap on corners going forward. Like, it's so bad. It is so bad. We can't complain about opponents scoring corners against us. At least they can beat the first man. United can't do that. So we need to look closer to home when it comes to these problems. We need to look closer to home, because we can't... Opponents can capitalize on set pieces. United can't. Why is that? That's the question that we need to ask. We're acting like it's a new thing. The whole last season we sucked at set pieces. We've sucked at set pieces for a hot minute. It's not just this season. I remember watching Christian Eriksen. Unable to beat the first man. I remember watching... Who else? I've seen so many players unable to beat the first man when it comes to set pieces. Man City winning 1-0. Bloody hell. I just hope that... I don't know. I just hope that something gets fixed with set pieces. All right, we got second half nearly underway. Oh my god, let me not forget my clock. I always be forgetting my clock. Matt Beard looks pissed off, but he always looks like he's half asleep, that guy. We got kickoff. Let's go. Second half is underway. Hopefully they give us something to celebrate. Please don't concede any goals. Our corners lack any sort of creativity and invention. 100%. 100%. The only club Arsenal didn't score corners against was Chelsea, but people say Chelsea's defense is trash. Chelsea are going under the radar this season. Not under the radar, but I think it's because Chelsea fans are not hyping themselves up enough that opponents are not hyping them up as well. But they're second in the league right now. Well, I have to watch 45 minutes of this. I just watched someone give away the ball in the most ridiculous manner. In the most ridiculous manner. Janssen with the ball to Galton. I don't think anybody had Chelsea, guys, to be in second place. I don't even have them to be in top 4, guys. I'll be honest. We could go back and watch my video that I did before the season started. I didn't have them in my top 4. Maresca's done a good job. I don't pay attention to female football. Are they any good? Yeah, they're good. But one thing I will say is if you want to get into watching women's football or you just want to watch it to like pass time, don't expect from women's football what you expect from men's football, because it's not the same. It's not the same. Taylor Hines just got taken out, by the way, and she wins a free kick. What are we saying? I said 1-0. My prediction was 1-0, so I'm already off anyways. So what are we saying for the second half? How's the game going to pan out? Are United going to concede? Are they going to score more goals? Let me go check what the XG is. I hate the concept of XG, but I'm gonna check what the XG was for this game. United have had 3 big chances and missed 2. 2-1 or 2-2. Don't be a hater, man. Don't be a hater. I think United will bag a couple more. I hope so. We deserve it. I mean, to wake up for a 12 o'clock kickoff, we have to. We have to get some more goals. Celine scores 2 off the bench. I would love that. I would love that. I want JC to score. I actually want JC to score. She was the only one when I went to the Chelsea game. She was the only one doing anything. And Mallard as well. I think Mallard hit the crossbar against Chelsea in like the last kick of the game. I want to see Mallard come on. I want to see Bizet come on. But I don't think the manager's going to make changes like that. One player that's too quiet right now is Grace. Grace has been quiet for a minute. Like the last couple games. The last couple games, Grace Clinton has been quite quiet. Oh my god, where's my... This is what I hate, guys. Yeah, give me a second. When I normally set up my stream, I normally have like all my stuff next to me, my snacks and all of that. But today, I left some stuff on the other side of my studio. And so I have to reach over to get it. Liverpool are on the break, by the way. I hope they don't do it while I'm trying to turn on my blanket. Ball in. Miyazawa's there. Thank you, Miyazawa. Thank you, Hinata Miyazawa. Liverpool ain't really got a bench. Yeah, they got like 5 players on the bench, guys. Liverpool got like 5 players on the bench. But they've come out of the second half quite enthusiastic. They've got the ball into the box already. Miyazawa with an interception. And then Liverpool just win the ball back again. Guys, I'm going to show you shall I show you what snacks I got for my stream? This, I don't really eat sweets, but I've been obsessed with this lately. If you know, you know. That's all I have to say. And I've also been obsessed with this drink. This is how boring this game is so far. That I'm doing a show and tell of my snacks. I'm obsessed with this drink. I don't know, can you guys see it? It's a tropical flavour Red Bull. Jade Riviere! Thank you very much. If you ain't got Kinder Bueno, then you're missing out. You know what, guys? I go through phases with snacks. I don't know if you lot are the same, but I go through phases where a certain snack will be my favourite snack for a couple of weeks, and then I'm sick of it for like the next 5 years. I went through a phase with Kinder Bueno. Now, I don't really eat chocolate anymore. I don't really like chocolate right now. I'm going through a sweets phase. What phase are you in the snacks now? I'm going through a sweets phase. And I don't really eat sweets. Like, normally I don't eat sweets. But right now I'm going through a sweets phase. Yeah, I don't really eat chocolates anymore. I went through a phase where Bounty was my favourite chocolate, and then Twirl was my favourite chocolate, and then Snickers was my favourite chocolate, Kinder Bueno was my favourite chocolate, Kit Kat was my favourite chocolate. So many random chocolates that I went through a phase. It's very hard to keep up with me. I don't have one particular chocolate that I like. It changes. Boost is elite. I've never had Boost. I've never had that. Turland puts it over the bar. I'm eating my way through Cadbury Buttons right now. Have I gone through now? I've gone through the Cadbury, what's it? The caramel one. You know the Cadbury bar with caramel in it. Bounty is underappreciated chocolate. 100%. Bounty, I think it is underappreciated. I totally agree. When I get celebrations, this is why I like, I don't celebrate Christmas, guys, but in the Christmas period, my neighbors will like, on Christmas Day, and that my neighbors will bring us like boxes of chocolates. I return the favor on Eid. I give my neighbors stuff. I always look forward to getting a box of celebrations, because there's two stuff that I'm gonna eat in there: Bounty and Mars. Those are my two favorite chocolates in the celebration box. Did you hear about the celebrations advent calendar having Bounty as the first 3 windows? I don't think that's a bad thing. Bounty's actually nice. People act like like even Mars celebration boxes. Yeah, whenever like family events and that, whenever I go through the celebration boxes, it's always like Mars that is left behind. But Mars is actually kind of nice. It's actually quite nice. But yeah, chocolate right now, it's not really my thing. Celebrations, Heroes, Roses, Quality Street doesn't make the list. My favourite is Lindor. Is that what it's called? I think it's called Lindor. No, it's not called Lindor. Lindor. Yeah, Lindor. The red box. The red box. Banging. Banging. Expensive as hell, but banging. That's the kind of box of chocolates that I buy myself for a treat, like on my birthday or a special occasion, because it's expensive as shit, guys. That shit is expensive. But there's a particular one that I love. I think it's, oh my god. Now I want to go to the shop and get it. Is it, which one is it? I like the red box because it's just normal milk chocolate. But they've got a particular one. I can't remember. I got it as a gift once and it was amazing. Oh. Galaxy minstrels are top. Who the hell eats minstrels? How on earth do you eat minstrels? What the hell? That is a bit blasphemous, I can't lie. Maltesers is nice. Maltesers is good. But I feel like you have to be in the mood to eat Maltesers. I feel like you have to be in the... Like, Maltesers is one of those chocolates you have to be in the mood to eat. Liverpool on the break. And by the way, they have heaps of space in the midfield. Oh my god, Maya Letitia, what are you doing on the floor? Oh, Millie Turner just bailed you out, Letitia. Poor crossing from Liverpool. Man United deal with it, but give it straight back to them, and they put it straight back into the box. So they're just spamming crosses in right now. Galaxy Caramel, elite. Galaxy Caramel, elite. Milky Bar used to be one of my childhood favourites. Terland's shot gets blocked, and she goes down. Keeper comes out to collect. Crunchy. Terland is down, by the way, with a head injury. Crunchy is disgusting. Crunchy is actually Nick, I should time you out for 1 minute, because Crunchy is probably the worst chocolate. That's not even a chocolate, bro. That's a brick. You're chewing into a brick. Like, that is horrible. There's a reason why whenever I go into the shop, yeah, there's always a lot of Crunchy on the stand. But there's other chocolates that look like have been taken. Crunchy is horrid. Honestly, that's a horrible chocolate. I like any dairy milk. Anything that's dairy milk, I like it. As long as it's not got like fruits and that in it. I like the caramel one. You know what I also like? What else? What other? Now I need to go on Google to see lists of chocolates. Let's have a look at chocolates. Yorkie. I don't like Yorkie. Aero. I never really liked Aero. The mint one. It tastes like toothpaste. M&M's is nice. I like M&M's. The disrespect to Crunchy is harsh. It's just like, it's too hard. Like if I ever want to have a fight with my sibling, I'll just knock them out with a piece of Crunchy. Just get one Crunchy bar. You're saying I can knock my sibling out for 70p? By the way, can we talk about the price of chocolate, guys? Now that we're here, we might as well talk about... If you're in the UK, please let's talk about the price of chocolate. Because how is Fredo, whatever that chocolate is called. When I was growing up, Fredo was 10p, yeah? I think it was 10p. I went to the shop the other day, I saw Fredo for 70p. 70p! When I was growing up, chocolate was like 30p, by the way. 30, 40p was the most you would pay for a Snickers. I went into the shop one day to buy chocolate for my nephew, and chocolate was like £1. I'm not talking about the big pieces, not the big dairy milks. I'm talking about one little bar of chocolate. Blasphemous. Blasphemous. Honestly, inflation is killing us, guys. And the cost of living is killing us. Oh my god, I just realized I got the Freddo emoji. I forgot. I forgot about that. I used to love that chocolate when I was a kid. I remember being a kid and walking into the shop, yeah, and you could buy 1p sweets. Do you guys remember? You could buy sweets for 1p. I could walk out with a bag of sweets I've just spent £1 on. Now that's unheard of. My nephews, whenever I tell my nephews about like how much things used to cost when I was a kid, maybe this is why my nephews think I'm so old. Because they think that I lived like my childhood a lifetime ago. Because they're like, what? How are you buying sweets for 1p? I measure inflation through the cost of a single Freddo. It's not even the cost of Freddo though, it's everything. Minna, have you ever had Swiss or Belgian chocolate levels above Cadbury's? Hershey's suck. Yes, I have. I went to Belgium and I remember I was in the airport and I brought like £50 worth of chocolates for like family and for myself. It was amazing. Amazing. I haven't had Swiss chocolates. I want to go to Switzerland to try it. So if I ever go to Zurich or anything, I'll try it. I actually think the Women's Euros next summer is actually in Switzerland. It's actually in Switzerland. What I need back is Cadbury Snaps. Hershey's is overrated. Hershey's is definitely overrated. But I cannot... Oh, man. Oh, my God. Turbolone. Do you guys like Turbolone? Is that what it's called? Turbolone? Turbolone? Gabby George with the shot straight into the crowd. Turbolone is nice. Cadbury Snaps. I don't know what that is. Cadbury Snaps. Nah, guys. I don't know what the hell this is. I have never seen this before. What the hell? It looks like crisps. It looks like Pringles. I've never seen this before. Ooh, I like chocolate fingers. On the topic of chocolate, I like chocolate fingers. They're nice. Yeah, I've never seen this Cadbury Snaps, guys. But is this like a thing up north? United with a 2v1 break. Leah Golton, she got heaps of time. Oh, gets blocked. That was going in. That was going in. That was going in. Gemma Bonner with a huge interception whilst we're talking about chocolate. She makes a huge interception on Leah Golton's shot as she drags it back across the keeper. United, by the way, nicked the ball off Liverpool in their own third. Great pass from... Actually, that's not a great pass from Clinton. Have you seen the new milk chocolate fingers? Yeah. Chocolate fingers was always nice. You know I used to love doing, guys? You lot might think I'm mad. You know what is nice, guys? You know what's nice? The McVitie's... Fuck, I forgot its name. I got it in my cupboard. It's a biscuit. It's got chocolate on the top. And it's got like... flapjack on the bottom. Oh, shit. McVitie's... Let me Google it. McVitie's biscuits... Chocolate and... What's it got? It's got like flapjack at the bottom. Janssen! Oh my god, What? What? These goals are coming from nowhere, guys, by the way, and it's just going to make the manager look even better. But you know what? As long as the girls are winning, I don't care. 3-0 Manchester United. Janssen, edge of the box. She just goes for goal. She just goes for goal. Hobnobs, there you go. Thank you, Matt. Hobnobs. Listen, guys. There's the milk chocolate hobnobs. Dipping it in tea. Yeah, and eating it. 10 out of 10. Absolutely 10 out of 10. And I got some in my cupboard. So after I'm finished with this stream, that's what I'm going to have when I'm watching the Arsenal game. Golton with an assist. Not Leah Golton with a goal and an assist. Chocolate hobnobs are elite. Honestly, they're so nice. I love a good biscuit. I think that's what I'm eating now more than chocolate. I'm having biscuits more. But that's because I drink a lot of tea. I drink like 3 cups of tea a day. So it's nice to have something to just dip my tea. Can we get another one? Can we get another goal? 30 minutes left of the game, so there's still a lot to play for. Minna, I can say we want 5 now. Let's say we want 4 first. Let's say we want 4. Matt Beard is not happy. He's stressed. Who's Arsenal playing today? They're playing Villa. If Villa can get us a result against Arsenal, United stay in third. That's not a lot. I have 3 coffees before 9 a.m. Brother, that's not good. That's not good. 3 coffees before 9 a.m. is crazy. Unless, what time does your day start? That's a question. Because I have 1 cup of tea in the morning. I have another cup of tea around midday. And then I have another cup of tea late in the evening. So my tea is spread out across the day. Let's see some substitutions. By the way, guys, these goals came from nowhere. Tea over coffee any day of the week. 3 coffee before 9 a.m. is minimum. Construction site. Fair enough. That means you're probably, because you're on your feet all day, right? Probably on your feet all day. You know, people that get to sit around like office jobs or work from home, I guess, is if you were having 3 cups of coffee and you work from home, I would be worried about you. I'd really be worried about you. Sometimes when I drink too much caffeine, guys, yeah, I get a twitch in my eye. Like my eyes start twitching. That's when I know that I have too much caffeine. I used to have 9 cups before noon in the office. What? Steffi! 9 cups of coffee before noon. That's not safe. Imagine the caffeine withdrawal symptoms. You know when Ramadan comes, yeah, guys, the month before Ramadan, I start to like wean off of caffeine. Because that first day, the migraines that I get, yeah? The migraines that I get from caffeine withdrawal on the first day of Ramadan is the hardest thing ever. It's so tough. It's so tough. 1 coffee a day is enough for me. Yeah, same. If I drink 1 cup of coffee, guys, I'm not going to sleep. It doesn't matter what. If I drink it early in the morning, I won't sleep that night. I have about 2 coffees a week. Yeah, for me, tea over coffee any day of the week. I love a good cup of tea, especially in the winter, guys. There's nothing better. Right now, you see how cold it is? There's nothing better than sitting on your sofa with a nice cup of tea, watching TV. It's just the best feeling ever. It's just the best feeling. I can't say that about coffee because if I sit on my sofa with a cup of coffee and I'm drinking coffee while watching TV, suddenly I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. Whereas if I'm drinking a cup of tea, it's just so warm and just so elegant and just, it's just so wholesome. So wholesome. I want another cup of tea now. Watching Deadpool? Absolutely not. Honestly, guys, don't waste your time watching Deadpool, man. And you know what's so funny? I was going to go watch it in the cinema, but I chose not to. I was like, you know what? It's going to be out on streaming services a couple of months later. So there's no point me watching it in cinema. I'm so glad. I think I would have walked out of the cinema if I watched it. What tea do you lot have? Favourite black tea? My favourite tea is I drink chai tea. Let's go, Mallard and Celine Bizet. Fun fact, guys. Melvin Mallard follows me on Instagram. Just fun fact. Come on, I need to see 2 more goals from both of them. But what kind of tea do I have? I have chai tea. So like it's called Somali tea, but it's similar to chai tea. So it's got like cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and then you just mix it. You have to like, I get the powder. You can have the powder, but you can make it from scratch with the cardamom and all of that stuff. I just can't be, that takes too long. So it's similar to chai tea. It's similar to a chai latte. I had a friend in university who was from India, and they brought chai tea into uni one day. So it's quite similar to that as well. What movies have you liked this year? I haven't even watched... Guys, I don't watch movies, by the way. I don't watch a lot of movies. There was a movie that I watched in the cinema called It Ends With Us, based on a book that I read. It was a really bad movie. Honestly, it was not as good as the book. But I think I've watched like 3 movies in the cinema this year. And online, I don't even watch movies on Netflix. Oh, Across the Spider-Verse. Was that this year? Because I remember I took my nephews to watch it. I can't remember if it was this year. Yorkshire. Oh, what tea bags do you lot use? I'm a Tetley girl. I use Tetley tea bags. I think it's Tetley that I use. Yeah, I think it's Tetley. Because I buy the big one from Costco. Let me see what else you lot are saying. Only films I feel like seeing in cinema anymore are the proper cinematic ones, or the ones that look super unique. Yeah, I don't really be watching. I don't really watch. I'm trying to think. This year, I think I've been to the cinema like twice. I don't drink tea, and if I do, it's usually mint. You don't watch enough movies, and you're not a Marvel fan, so not surprised you don't like Deadpool. Okay, Abdul Muiz, firstly. I am not a Marvel fan, but I do watch Marvel stuff. I'm just not like a big Marvel fan. I wouldn't say I'm a super fan. And I don't think it was just me that thought Okay, if you watch Deadpool versus Wolverine, did you think it was a good movie? And am I just being harsh? Because I didn't think it was that great of a movie. But then again, I liked not the recent Joker that came out, the last one that came out like 3 years ago. I liked that one, and a lot of people didn't like it. So maybe I just got shit taste in movies. Maybe Abdul maybe Abdul Maiz is right. Maybe I just got shit taste in movies. Okay, everybody agrees. Min has an agenda against Deadpool. No, it was just a bad movie. It's just a bad movie. Ain't been cinema since 2017. I think I've been cinema twice this year. Yeah, I think I've been twice. Let me see the lineups for... Nick just shared the lineups for the Arsenal versus Fulham game. Let's see what Arsenal are working with. Okay. Oh, Martinelli dropped. Okay. Is he injured? No. Tomiyasu's out injured. Ben White's out injured. Calafori's out injured. Gabriel's out injured. Zinchenko is out injured. Raheem Sterling can't sniff the lineup. Gabriel Jesus, he's finished. Martinelli benched. Who they got? Partey at right back. So they got Partey at right back. What the hell? Jorginho in the middle. Iwobi versus Partey is going to be a funny matchup. That is going to be a hilarious matchup. Would you like to read, Mina? I like a mix of books. I like non-fiction. I like fiction. I like novels. Novels are nice to just like pass time. I'm really big on economic books. So like books about. At the moment, I'm reading a book about Saudi oil, how they turned the kingdom of Saudi Arabia into basically a financial hub. And then the last time I really liked a book was a biography about the first prime minister, I think it was, of Singapore. I think he's dead now, but how he turned Singapore into like a trade country. I like those kind of books. I also like to read books. I can't even tell you guys because I'm scared that YouTube might demonetize me. I like to read books about like war and that kind of stuff. I'm going 2-1 Fulham. You never know, actually. You actually never know. Arsenal is an interesting team to watch, because when I watched them against West Ham, I thought they had the attacking stuff figured out. And then I watched them against United and they couldn't break United down. So it's really interesting. Balling. Ugh, nothing. What kind of war? All different kind of wars. I was reading a lot. Like last year, I was reading quite a lot of books about the different Arab Springs that happened back in like 2011. So I was reading a lot about that. Maybe my bookshelf is in the other room, so I can't even look at to see what's on my bookshelf. But you lot see my books here. I like to read biographies, like sport biographies as well. Got a Kobe Bryant book here that I've read. Rio book. Mo Farah book. Got a Roy Keane book. I got a book about Phil Jackson, who was the Lakers coach. I like to read sports biographies as well. I read everything, guys. It's like a mix. I have a strong mix of different stuff. I also like to read stuff about like how things were built. So like about Netflix and Nike. I really like the book, the biography about Nike. But Netflix, Amazon, all of like how people have built big companies. It's always interesting to read. That shouldn't have been a free kick. I agree. That was shoulder to shoulder. Liverpool with a free kick about 35 yards out. It's going to be an in-swinger. They go short. Oh, Man United just about deal with it. Thank you very much. Game's gone soft. The game has gone soft. should read Ineos book. Do Ineos have a book? I'll buy it and dash it in the bin. Ineos book. Let me see if they got a book. Oh, they do have a book. Grit, rigor, and humor. The Ineos story. Go suck yourself. How about that? Excuse my language, guys. Please excuse my language. I should not have said that. So what are they talking about? They talk about... So Dominic O'Connelly speaks about Ineos's core petrochemicals and energy business. Patrick Barclay on Ineos's involvement in sports from cycling to athletics, Formula 1 and football. Yeah, this ain't my kind of book. This is definitely not my kind of book. You know what's... Do you guys like self-help books? Do you guys like self-help books? Because I hate self-help books. I don't think self-help books help, if that makes sense. Like, there's that one film, there's that one book, there's something, Laws of Power, that people like to read. And those kind of books never make sense to me. Clinton, if she can find Mallard, she goes for goal instead. Keeper makes a save. Big save from the keeper and Mallard just sees it out for a corner. Self-help don't help me personally, same. But I don't judge anyone. Like, if self-help books help you, like, that's up to you. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. Corner for United, 18 minutes to go. That's a good save. I feel like Grace Clinton maybe could have passed it through. Watching Skinner presses is like reading self-help books. If that's what you... That's not self-help books. Reading Skinner's presses is like reading torture in written form. Great ball in from Letitia. Mallard tries to win it. She can't, but Miyazawa gets a hold of it. Puts another delivery back into the box. Nobody's there. Hines gets it out, but Letitia picks it back up again. Puts another ball in. Can someone get on the end of it? No one can get on the end of it. That's our third delivery in. I'd recommend books about... How do I say that? Haigi Minna is Scandinavian way of living that's all about comfort, peace of mind. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a look at it now. Are you going to watch Squid Game Season 2? Yes, ma'am. Ooh, The Little Book of Haigi. The Danish way to live well. That sounds interesting. Hugu is Hugu. What TV shows is everybody watching at the moment? Give me some recommendations as well, because I told you lot, I watch a lot of football. So when I'm free to watch something else, I'll watch TV shows, but I watch a lot of football. I watched a show called Cross. I watched a show called Cross on Amazon. It was alright. I'm about to start Day of the Jackal. 10 out of 10. That is a 10 out of 10 show. Honestly, it's on episode 9 now. Episode 10 is out next Thursday. I just hate shows that make you wait every week for shows. But it's funny because growing up, when I was watching TV shows, you'd have to wait a week for an episode. But streaming service spoil us where we expect everything. I only watch comedy. Can't be doing with depressing stuff. Fair enough. Rewatching Invincible at the moment. Should I watch that? What is that about? I'm watching Jamie Johnson. What's that? What is that? Jamie... Is that actually... Is that... Oh, it's a drama series. Never heard of that. I've never heard of it. I'll watch it now, but we'll definitely start watching season 2 of Squid Game when released. To be honest, yeah, I'm only watching The Day of the Jackal right now, and I have to wait for next week for the episode to come out. I watched a show called Cross on Amazon Prime. I'd actually encourage you lot to watch it. I think it was good, but I don't know, because I spoke about it with my friends and I spoke about it with my family. They loved it a lot. I didn't really like Cross. I just felt like there was too many storylines to follow. I mean, I haven't watched Netflix or Disney Plus in so long. I think TV is better at the moment. That's my problem. I'm the opposite of you. When I watch TV, I'm only watching football. Everything else, I'm watching streaming services. Mallard, she's trying to come onto her right foot. She gets the overlap from George. And George, I don't know what kind of cross that is. I do need to watch more shows though. I need to branch out. I watch SWAT on Netflix, but that's more like that's like a pass the time kind of thing. You know, when I'm eating dinner and I just want something light and easy to watch, 40 minutes, I just put on an episode of SWAT. My favourite show is Modern Family. That's one of my favourite TV shows. I spend too much time on YouTube to get onto things these days. Yeah, I think YouTube is a big thing as well, because if you watch a lot of YouTube, you're not gonna really watch TV shows. I watch a lot of I don't watch a lot of YouTube, funnily enough. I listen to a lot of like football podcasts on YouTube or on Spotify. But outside of that, I don't really watch YouTube at all. Minute, if you like The Day of the Jackal, I'd recommend Special Ops Lioness. Let me write that down right now so that I can actually check out the trailer. Special Ops Lioness. Let me read it's an American team. Oh, I'm watching a show called The Diplomat as well on Netflix. That's another show I'm watching. Oh, it's got Zoe Saldana. I'm sold. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. So it's on its second season. A spy thriller that follows CIA operations on the war on terror by enlisting female operatives that are known as the... Ooh, this sounds good. I'm going to watch it. Thank you, Nosh. I'm going to check out the trailer. Did you ever watch Line of Duty? Of course I watched Line of Duty. I love, guys, if you don't realise from the kind of shows that I'm telling you that I watch, I love police shows or like politics shows. That's why I'm watching The Diplomat. I'm watching SWAT because I like police shows. Line of Duty, 10 out of 10. I just didn't like the ending though. I did not like the ending of Line of Duty. Balling behind, but there's no one for United to chase it down. There's no one for United to chase it down. But I think I might rewatch Modern Family again, you know. I watched Modern Family during COVID and it was the best. It was amazing. Minna, I'd recommend The White Lotus. That's another show that I have to write down. Let me write it down here. The White Lotus. Comedy drama series. Thailand is coming off. Let me see. The White Lotus. It's a HBO series. Alright, I'm going to check that out as well. You lot are giving me so many shows, but where was all these show recommendations when it was international break and I had nothing to do? Minna likes watching the Feds. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Where was all these show recommendation, guys? When I had nothing to do during the international break and I was bored out of my mind every single day for 2 weeks. Skinner should give these William chances to the kids. We've won the game. It's shocking for me that Jessica Simpson doesn't get a chance. Emma Watson only played, what, I think 1 League Cup game midweek before the international break. Nobody gets... There's no pathway, I've realised, for academy to first team for Man United women. That is probably the biggest issue that I have with United women. There's no clear pathway for academy players. Your answer to everything is not sending someone on loan and then hoping that, you know, they do good on loan and then bring them back. It can't... The loan system cannot be the only way to develop academy players. Dan Ashworth wanted Gareth Southgate or Eddie Howe to replace Eric Ten Hag. You know what? Good that he's gone. I'm joking. No, I don't mean that. But honestly, that smells. Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe. The same Eddie Howe that Newcastle fans want out right now. Eddie Howe and is the best in British. I'm telling you guys, it's the best in British obsession that Dan Ashworth clearly has. Ball in, keeper comes to collect. I'm surprised that... What other English managers are there? Has an English manager ever won the league? I don't think they have, right? No English manager has ever won the league. So that says a lot. 10 minutes to go. Man United can see it out. I just need a clean sheet. That's it. Newcastle are punching out of their league. Injection of money, one decent season, and they think they're all that. It's crazy. Last season... Everyone was talking about Newcastle like they were the new top... What was it? They were saying they were the new one in the top 6. They were calling it a top 7. Or top 8 if you include Brighton. Now no one's talking about Newcastle. No one's talking about them. Listen, guys, I'm not joking, yeah. I think United should spend 90 million. Man United should spend 80 million and go and sign Isaac. Like, I genuinely think that. If United want a striker, and yeah, Gyökeres is the player that United are linked to, but if he's reasonable... like in terms of the fee, if it's a reasonable fee, cool. But United should go all out and just snatch Isaac from Newcastle, man. He is I think, the second best striker in the league. Isaac will cost at least 100 million. Yeah, he will. 100%. It's wishful thinking, isn't it? Celine Bizet, 3 people on her and she still gets away with it. She still gets away with it. Grace Clinton. Bizet. Ball in. Anyone? On the volley! Mallard! Mallard, let's go! Come on! Gets another goal for United. Is that Janssen with another assist? Is that Janssen with who put the delivery in? I think that was Janssen. Minute I said 5. You did say 5. You said we want 5. So now you can say we want 5. Now you can say we want 5. Matt Beard getting schooled. I love it. She's doing her celebration. Great delivery. That's a ball, guys. That is a great ball in, by the way, from Janssen. What a volley. Again, keeper puts it into the back of the net, guys. Keeper is making some poor stops. She's making some poor stops. You know what? We're winning 4-0, guys, but we've spent most of the stream talking about snacks, talking about books, talking about TV shows. All that's left is for us to talk about music. We've spoken about pretty much everything. We might as well just start talking about pop culture. There we go. Emma Watson's coming on. Simi Awujo's coming on. I was just talking about Emma Watson as well. Emma Watson on. Simi Awujo on. 2 substitutions for United. I saw Jade Riviere come off and someone else. I didn't see who was the other person to come off. Where is Lucy Newell? I have no idea. No idea. Oh, Hinata Miyazawa's coming off. You know, when I interviewed Emma Watson, guys, yeah, because Nick just made a Harry Potter joke here. when I interviewed Emma Watson, I said to her, if you ever score, please just run to the corner flag and do like you're doing a spell, do a Harry Potter celebration. She promised me she would, but this interview was like ages ago, so I don't know if she remembers. But I hope if she ever scores for United, she does a Harry Potter-esque celebration. Liverpool goalkeeper, and player of the match. Nah, she put it in the net herself for 2 goals. I can't lie. For that Golden goal, she got a hand to most of the chances as well. She got a hand to most of the chances. Need a Grace goal. I need a Grace goal as well, man. How long left of the game? 6 minutes. 6 minutes left. Guys, I think I might do a stream later tonight to talk about the Dan Ashworth stuff. I was planning to do one anyways because of the game yesterday. But obviously with the Dan Ashworth news, I think I should do one as well later today. I don't know what time though. The Skinner Inners are pumped. No way there's Skinner Inners. Skinner Inners are that's such a funny name as well. Can United hit on the counter? Grace just slows it down whilst Emma Watson was calling for it. Taylor Hill is just forced to put it out. And at least, guys, this is payback for Liverpool taking the double of us over us last season. Mina, what did you think the reason the men lost yesterday? I think it was individual errors that cost United yesterday, you know. I think it's individual errors that cost United. I don't know why. You know this Ahmad at left wing back thing, yeah? I get it, but Yoro playing yesterday should have seen Mazraoui go right wing back and Ahmad in the 10. That's what I want. This Ahmad at left wing back, it's been working. Of course, he got an assist yesterday. I think he's got like 5 assists since Amram's arrived, I think. Or no, in the last 4 games, I think he got 5 assists. But I just don't get that. Mina, who's your player of the match at the moment? I would give it to Janssen. 2 assists, a goal. Oh, even Millie Turner's bringing out the skills. Look at the ball progression from our centre-back. Look at the ball progression from our centre-back. Mallard. Oh, she takes a heavy touch. Dallo was so wasteful at left wing back. Like, and this gimmick of he's playing out of position, I don't want to hear it. How are you going 0 for 9 from crosses? How are you going 0 for 9 for your crosses? Yeah, and Dallo makes bad decisions. And I think people are blinded by the fact that he was player of the season last season. That was a crap season. I think a lot of people are blinded by that. But his decision making is poor. It's really bad. I'm sick and tired of seeing him taking shots, like long shots from outside the box that just slows down the game for United. It's always wasteful. It's always wasteful. But yeah, I think yesterday's loss was down to individual errors. But we'll probably talk about it on the stream today, inshallah. United pressing to try and force a corner, but they force a goal kick. They force a goal kick. Arsenal game is on as well after this on Sky. I think I might watch Leicester as well. I might watch Leicester game. Why does he not start Mallard though? When she comes on, we play so much better. I don't know why he doesn't start Mallard. And he plays it on the left. I guess it's because Turlin plays through the middle. And she can play coming off the left. One more. Rachel Williams just holding on to it for a bit too long. Mallard's shot gets blocked. Back heel to Gabby George. Is that a corner? Is that a corner? Is Mallard a striker or a winger? I don't know. She's a bit of both. She can play out wide and she can play in the middle. But I think she prefers to play out wide, like coming onto her right foot, rather than playing through the middle. But she has played through the middle for United last season. She did play through the middle last season. Yo, that ball is flat as hell. That ball is so flat. Oh my days. Who stepped on it? Who stepped on it? That's the question. Mallard played for France as a 9 this international break. She played as a 9, I think, at Lyon as well. Albeit she didn't play that much, but she did play as a 9 there. I seen her play. She scored 2 goals for United last season against Spurs this time last year, playing as a 9. Who's your most technical player in the squad? I'd say Clinton, you know. I'd say Grace Clinton. I think she's the most technical player. She might not stay next season, though. She's going to be a free agent soon. And if Mark Skinner stays, I wouldn't blame her if she leaves. A lot of people have been leaving Man United because they think that Ineos do not care about the women's team. So I think that says a lot. I think that says a lot. Less than 2 minutes to go of regular time. I don't think there's going to be much stoppage time. We had 3 minutes stoppage in the first half. I don't think there'll be much stoppage now. So apparently Dan Ashworth, again, this is just, I don't know who this source is. Someone's just tweeting it. Apparently Dan Ashworth did not want to sign Joshua Zirkzee or De Ligt. He suggested to go all out for Jared Branthwaite instead. This doesn't help with the best in British accusations. That doesn't help. Liverpool go short. Let's just see the game out. Let's keep the clean sheet. Big kick out, Gabby George. Liverpool retain possession. Clinton is a 10. Yes, she's a 10. She plays as a... Sometimes she plays as a box-to-box 8. But I think her strong suit is definitely playing as a 10. Just go long. Just get it out. Alright, force it for a throw-in. PTJ clean sheet. I think... I don't even know what the tally is for her clean sheets. I actually do not know. How many clean sheets does she have this season? She's got 5 clean sheets, so this will be number 6. Really? Really? Will that be number 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is number 5. No, I'm counting it wrong. I don't know. I think this is number 5. Yeah, I think this is number 5. 6. Okay, this is number 6 apparently. 6 minutes extra time, just on the topic of 6. I don't know what business they got given 6 minutes extra time. Why is there 6 minutes extra time? I can't think of 6 minutes of stoppages that has happened. Oh, wait, someone did go down, I remember, actually. Someone went down with an injury. But that, I don't know. I feel like United always get a lot of extra time. Yeah, Brighton do have a lot of technical players. They do. That's where we got Turlin from. Brighton have a great recruitment strategy for their women's team. They might not be, like, up on the levels of Chelsea and, you know, fighting in the top 3, etc. But Brighton are a very good team. They are a very good team. A very well-run team, even on the women's side. How are we doing a goal kick straight to the other side? From one goalkeeper to another goalkeeper? Chelsea are the new Newcastle of 2 seasons ago. Nah, Chelsea, I think we're always going to come back to where they were before. It was just a matter of time. That's it. Newcastle is I think Newcastle's a team that are... Because a lot of people kind of attributed Newcastle to being like Man City when they first got taken over. And I don't think it's remotely the same. I don't think it was ever remotely the same. Liverpool players are flying into tackles and are shocked when they don't get the call. When you're flying into a tackle. Liverpool did poor business in the summer. They didn't sign anyone, did they? They signed Mamadashvili, but for next season. But look at Liverpool. They're still flying in the Premier League. Despite the fact that people are saying they had a poor season. I'm really curious to see what happens with Liverpool and their contracts. The Salah and the Trent and the Van Dijk contract. Because I would love to know if Liverpool fans were to pick one player to sign to give a new contract to, who would it be? Who would the one player be? That's what I would love to know. I think a lot of I don't know why, but I feel like people wouldn't mind Trent leaving. I think it'll be Van Dijk or Salah, maybe even Salah. I think it might even be Salah. Half time at Manchester City, they're winning against Leicester. Bunny Shaw with 2 goals. Spurs are drawing 1-1 against Everton. Would you get Mbappe? I don't know, you know. Mbappe at Real Madrid, yeah, I always said it wasn't going to work. I always said it wasn't going to work. But he scored yesterday. He's doing this new thing where he's tucking in his shirt. It looks like a nerd with his long sleeve shirt and tucked in. But I think Real Madrid will figure it out. They'll figure it out. Free kick for United. Letitia and George standing both over it. Another little set piece thing that they're running in. Mallard, can someone get on the end of it? No, they can't. They never needed him. I think Real Madrid needed a number 9. Like an actual number 9. Not this makeshift number 9 that Mbappe thinks he is. Hasn't he scored goals already? Yeah, he's been scoring, but I think you have to watch the performances. I watch Real Madrid a lot. I think you have to watch the performances to understand why I think that he's not a good fit for Real Madrid. And Real Madrid need a number 9. Mina, check Say's latest tweet. Let me see what it is. Everybody wants to drop exclusive news. I've never heard of this account that's posting this. I've never heard of this, by the way, this person. The only way to get Mbappe going is for them to sacrifice Rodrigo, Vinny and Bellingham. That's true. That's true. But I feel like the balance between... I feel like Mbappe brings a lot of imbalance. That's why I say that they needed a 9. They didn't need an Mbappe. But Real Madrid has always been about having the biggest stars at their team. The Galacticos. So that's why they went all out for him. I thought they weren't going to sign him after he snubbed... Like, he snubbed them off. Volley, keeper saves, but it's a handball. I thought the year... Do you not remember a couple of seasons ago when he signed the 2-year extension with PSG when he was meant to go to Real Madrid? I thought after that they would not go back for him. I genuinely thought they would not go back for him, but they did. They did go back for him. Liverpool making a change with about 50 seconds to go. Maddie Duffy makes her senior debut for Liverpool. Nice. 18-year-old. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, we've got 20 seconds to go. Dominique Janssen gets player of the match. As I thought, guys. As I thought, Dominique Janssen gets player of the match. 2 assists and a goal. Covering a lot of ground for Man United. Last couple of seconds and Liverpool get a free kick just outside of the box. But, Minna, you're not criticising Skinner again. I told you, when United win, I'm not going to criticise him because the players won the game. He didn't win the game. Like, and I'm going to say that all the time. I'm going to say that all the time. They did not win. The Skinner did not win United the game. Because there's no tactics. I said it. All the goals came from random opportunities. People just taking a snuff at goal. Random shots at goal. I'm still Skinner out. And I always will be. They're not going to do anything with this free kick. Taylor Hines is going to go for goal. She going to go for goal. Can't even beat the wall. Why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? And there you go. We have full time. Manchester... Let me stop my clock. Let me stop my clock. Manchester United 4. Liverpool 0. This has been a long time overdue, by the way, a result like this. I still think that there are some core issues in the way that United play. But for now, I'm just going to be happy for the team, happy for the players that got on the score sheet. Mallard gets on the score sheet. Terling gets on the score sheet. Janssen gets on the score sheet. And Leah Galton gets on the score sheet. 2 assists as well for Janssen. A quiet performance from Grace Clinton. But overall, like I said, United just get the job done. United just get the job done. And that's what they need to do. Around the WSL, other teams, you know, will pick up points. But it's a clean sheet as well. Another one. I don't know why Mark Skinner is standing there whispering to Matt Bid. What is he saying to him? Is he giving him words of encouragement? Because I wouldn't want to hear any words of encouragement from him as a manager. But Manchester United see the game out and it's a good one. But in case you missed it, I think the biggest topic of discussion is Dan Ashworth leaving Manchester United. I'll be back, of course, next week. Who are United playing next week? Who are we playing next week? Let's go see. Why can't I see? I don't know. I'm talking about the women, sorry. We're not playing Bodo Glimt on Thursday. We're playing Victoria Pleasant on Thursday. Man United men are playing Victoria Pleasant. And then we play Crystal Palace women next week. And then the Manchester Derby as well on the same day as well. Listen, I'll be live, guys, later tonight, inshallah. Probably like around 9 p.m. UK time. Yeah, probably around 9 p.m. UK time. We'll be talking about the Dan Ashworth stuff. We'll be talking about the Forest game. So make sure you lot tune in. Big up to everyone. Listen, guys, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. As always, like I say, it helps with the algorithm. If you want to know my thoughts about the Manchester United game yesterday, a new video is out. I'm actually going to drop it in the link right now. 5 things that we learned in 5 minutes about the game. So go and check it out. Go hit the like button. Go share. Go comment. It really helps with the algorithm as always. New video. Go check it out, guys, and let me know what you thought. Because I asked a couple of questions as well in the video as well. So I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. But, guys, I'm out. Big up to everyone that sent in super chats, you know, that stayed for the whole game. Shout out to Nuruddin for the gifted 50 memberships as well. And I'll be back later this evening, inshallah. So make sure you hit the like button on your way out, guys. Hope you have a great afternoon. I'm out, guys. Peace.